I believe I can fly. I'm not talking that kind of collapse, absolute failure, moron. No. Even the smallest drop, even the smallest fall, it simply means that you have fallen. You are no longer the best version of yourself. And if you start 2024 as the lesser version of what you could be, it's not going to start right. Do you understand? So this concept of New Year's resolution, have you heard this concept before? Every moron and their mother-in-law will come up with this. I make a resolution, no more donuts in 2024. By January 3rd, you will see the guy in Dunkin' Donuts. Are you guys with me or not? All right, I am not going to smoke a cigarette anymore in my life. They will break the cigarette, throw it on the floor. You understand or not? All right, and then when they go to the bathroom in the morning, you understand? Now, what is New Year's resolutions? New Year's resolutions is trying to give up things that is holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. So that's why a lot of people want to start the new year. Everyone wants to start January 1. They finish all their bad habits on 31st December to the max. All right? And January 1, everyone goes to some place of spiritual worship. All right? They don't pray to God in December 31st. They pray to a different God. But January 1st, my God, the Hindus were breaking the coconuts, the Christians doing this, Muslims doing this, Buddhists doing this. Everyone has some spiritual desire on the 1st of January. Guys, wake up. You don't need a specific day in a calendar to decide that you want to become better. This is for normal people. This is not for people with dreams, who's passionate about their lives. So why I chose Rise Again? Because your goal at the beginning of the year, and I'm not specifically saying today, hopefully in the next few days, you are able to understand what you need to give up, what you need not to do, which is called wisdom, if you watch my Insta live, what you need to do consistently, what decisions you need to make, who you need to inform of your decisions. All right? Because if I'm going to make a big decision in my life, I want to inform my life partner so she can support and understand that I'm making this decision. So the same way, if you're going to take QNet seriously, you should announce to everyone at home that I'm going to take my journey with QNet seriously. I'm going to be one of the serious entrepreneurs Pathman, Senathi, Rajah, chief was talking about. So they understand and they leave you alone. They don't complain when you're gone on the weekend doing training or attending 4 hours every day for the next 3 days watching me online. Okay? You just need to figure out the next 3 days what you need to give up, what you need to stop, what you need to start. All right? Who you need to inform. You understand? All right? What's the plan of action? And I'm not talking 12 months, because at least for the first 3 months, first quarter. Let's get our life in order the first quarter first. All right? Let's not be over ambitious and say for the next 12 months got the whole planned out. It will never work. But let's talk about 90 days. If you can improve yourself, if you can rise again or start rising in the first 90 days, at least by June 24th, a very auspicious day, all right, you will already be the best version of yourself, inshallah. And then the remainder of the year, you can achieve greatness from your commission to the size of your network, to the stability, to the leadership you build. You understand? So why I said rise again is to get your life in order and start rising again. Now, for some of you, the rise is going to be very difficult because you have fallen more than others. For some of you, the rise can be as simple as doing your TAT without fail for the next 12 weeks. Or the rise can be as simple as doing the sphere of silence, all right, every day for the next 90 days. You understand? Or the rise can be simple, like starting rule 3 again. 15 presentations a month. Are you guys with me? And some of you, the rise will be high or far, and you need to find your dream again. All right? Plug in back into the system. You understand? Go for a rehabilitation of entrepreneurship. Counsel with your upline. Okay? Give up a lot of things to get out from that rut and climb up. But whatever it is, what I hope to achieve you to make the conscious decision that you will rise again, to aim to reach that peak. You will see results greater than others. Because a lot of people ask me, Chief, whole of last year, I didn't achieve anything. My presentations failed. My TAT I didn't achieve. My downlines left me. Nobody listened to me. My relationship collapsed. I lost my dream. You know why? Because you were not close to the best version of yourself. Because any of you, whoever you are, mother, father, brother, sister, student, trying networking, serious, committed entrepreneur networker, whether you're in Africa, Middle East, Europe, Asia, South America, doesn't matter. As long as you are the best version of yourself or close to it, you will succeed in this business. So if you ask me why that person maxed out in 6 months and that person took 6 years, the answer is very simple. The person who maxed out in 6 months, that 6 months to max out, he or she was the best version of themselves. The person who took 6 years, this is the best version. That person was building the network with this attitude, this energy, the best version. That person was building the network with this attitude, this energy, this negativity, these bad habits. You understand? All right? You're not going to achieve it in 6 months. You want to achieve great results in networking in 6 months, be the best version of yourself. And this comes back to a story I shared about Dato Sri Vijay. When Dato Sri Vijay started mentoring me in the early days, he never taught me anything about network marketing. He didn't show me the plan or the presentation. He didn't explain the bloody products to me. He just kept focusing on Pathman. And I understand now why. Instead of teaching me to do the business better, he focused on making me the best version of Pathman. Because the best version of Pathman will be a great chef, will be a great doctor, will be a great engineer, and will be a great networker. It doesn't matter what the best version of yourself you do, you will succeed. Are you guys with me? So this is why in the V, you come to VCon, it's always about you. Every message from Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, Arun, Adli, Sati, all right, even Kalai, it's always about how you can become better, how you can improve. So 2024, don't worry about QNet. Don't worry about the landscape of network marketing. Don't worry about the products. Don't worry about the comp plan. Everything can change. The logo of the company can change. The building can move from here to there. The products can be new, old, new one introduced, whatever, how many BV, how many dollars, doesn't matter. If you want to succeed in 2024, just strive and aim to rise again to be the best version of yourself. And then 2024 will be a successful year for you. All right, guys? So today, Kala is coming up and she's going to bring up the next speaker. Then I'm coming back to do the classic. All right? And I haven't done it for a long time. All right? So I am going to do with you later tonight the new version or the 2024 version, because I'm a different man today compared to when I did it long time ago. All right, I'm a new version of myself, hopefully a better version, and I'm going to do the 8 basic building blocks, because I promise all the uplines that these 3 days I want to go back to the basics, because the basics is the only thing you need to succeed in this business. Are you guys with me? So stay tuned. We got an amazing speaker coming up. Let me introduce my dear sister who I've known from 8 years old. All right, okay, Kalai Arasi, V partner. All right, guys, and I'll see you with a classic after the next speaker. Love you guys.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. And I remembered while you were saying this, you told me something at my early days. It's never about the market. It's always the person in the market. It is about me becoming the best version, you becoming the best version. So QNet has to be this business entrepreneurship, has to be one of your important decisions, okay? You decisions, and this is our first year in the next 25 years. So this is not the 26th year, this is the first year. And then to decide what to let go, what you're going to do, who you need to inform so that you are ready to do what you need to do, and a plan. So the person I'm going to bring next, you see, many times people around me, when they reach 45, 50, they say life is over, and they say it's difficult to change, okay? The older I get, the most popular thing that I always hear everywhere, the older I get, it's difficult. This is how I am. This is who I am. This is what I am. But the person who is coming again, coming after this, the next person who's coming after this, who began his journey later part in his life, transformed, flipped his life 180 degrees. He has never failed to keep becoming better version of himself, better version of himself. When I look at him and I say, wow, this is the best I've seen you, then he comes back being a better version of that. He is the living proof, the walking proof that you could begin this journey as long as you want, at any point of your life, and no matter where you come from, and turn it around and be the best you could be. So our V Global family, wherever you are, America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, Africa, Australia, let's welcome and give all your strength and love to V partner David Sharma. David, Happy New Year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, my dear V family, 2nd of January, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. The biggest question I asked myself, 2024, how is it going to be different from 2023 and every year before that? And I remember, Chief said in one of the calls we had, it was a conference call, that in 2023, a few days before the new year, he asked Dato Sri, what do you think I did, my performance in 2023, how was it? And Dato Sri said to him, it was good, Chief, it was good. Now he calls it Pathman. You could do better. Now the question is, we all did okay in 2023. Can we do better? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. In 2024, we need to do better than in 2023. Now, how do you do better? And this is something I've always asked myself from day one. And I remember one of the most important lessons I learned from Dr. Sri Vijay back in 2002, when I was a brand new hire, haven't even earned a single cent yet in commissions. And he said to me, David, it's your attitude. It's the attitude that makes the difference on how well you do it. Whatever you choose to do in life, believe me, it's attitude. And you know something? Those of you who understand English or the alphabet, A to Z, yeah? If you take each letter in the alphabet, A, 1, B, 2, and Z is 26. Attitude, you put A, 1, Z, E, what's the number? E, the number again, I, number again. And you take all these numbers and you add together, you get 100. They say, I don't know for fact. Okay, mic going, go.
You know, Will Smith's father, he had a shop, and there's a long wall, big wall. And the father said, I want to break this wall and rebuild. And you know what? The father said to Will Smith and his brother, you guys are going to do it. And Will Smith said, first we had to, every day after school, we had to dig and dig and dig and dig a hole, because that was going to be the foundation. And then every day we did it. And then 1 year, 6 months later, the wall was up. And Will Smith said, you know what I learned from that lesson? It was not about the wall. It was about that brick. That one brick that had to be laid perfectly. And the day I learned, don't care about others. I need to focus on myself, on making sure that the brick I lay has to be perfect. So in networking, everything you do, your presentations, you need to keep practicing, keep doing it over and over and over till you get to a point where, you know, the passion is shown, you know what you're talking about, And prospects get so excited listening to you that they want to be part of this journey. They want to also be with you because they believe you can help them, guide them to make their dreams come true. But this can only happen once again if you have the right attitude, if you're focusing on the break. Another important lesson I learned, the CEO of Nike, you know, the shoes, the clothes with the arrow sign, he was doing a speech, a presentation to an audience. And he asked the people in the audience, all of you who exercise, say at least once a week, stand up. Then the slug said, how many of you who exercise 3 times a week? The rest of you, sit down. So many sat down. There were a few still standing. How many of you exercise every day of the week? More people sat down. Few left. How many of you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning? 4:30 in the morning, 5 a.m. And you start exercising. You do your jogging alone. It's cold. It's raining. There's nobody and you are jogging. Or you're doing your brisk walking. You're hiking. Whatever it is. And you know, under that lamppost, someone is watching you. That's Nike. We are there for you all the time. It's not about winning. Nike is not there for the winners. It's there for those who are willing to be participating consistently every day. We are there for you. The same way the V is there for you. Your active working upline is there for you. But are you there for yourself? One of the biggest mistakes I made in my early days in this journey of networking, I was not consistent. Even though Dato Sri told me, Chief kept hammering me, attitude, David, attitude, attitude, attitude. Get your attitude into place. And then you will see things falling into place. You will see the results. It took me almost 8 months before I realized that I have to shut up, listen, and do what my mentors are telling me. And I changed my attitude. I started focusing on being positive, on doing the basic things, laying the brick, step by step by step. No objections, no complaints from any prospects, product delivery delays, all those things never bothered me. Because you know why? I was so focused. Because I had the right attitude. And until today, I don't say to myself, you know what, I'm old, it's about time I start relaxing. I still push myself. And of course, Chief doesn't allow me to relax, neither does Dato Sri. And they keep always telling me, age is just a number. My dear friends, whether you're 21, 31, 41, 51, whatever your age is, ask yourself, are you living your age? Are you living life to the fullest? What has happened, the past, we can't change. It's gone. It's history. We learn from our mistakes. But moving forward, 2024, today is the 2nd of January. Every day from today has to count. Every day from today, you need to have the right attitude. As Chief said earlier, this is a journey where you will succeed if you have the desire, if you have the intent. Because at the end of the day, you know, we always say you can have all the mechanics, you can learn all the books on networking. You can attend thousands of network trainings. You can listen to Chief's success story, for example, V. Partner Kalai's story, V. Partner Kavita, Sachin, Dave. No, come to ISB, go to do everything, come to Recon. But that doesn't mean you will succeed. Because what happens? The flame inside you, the fire, it goes on and then comes back, and sometimes it goes boom, and then it fizzles out. That can't happen. When you have the right attitude, consistency is the name of the game. Consistent. Every day. As Dato says, I don't expect to see massive change in you. Can you change 1% every day? Can you just change one small thing in a day? Instead of doing one presentation a week, can you increase it to 3 presentations a week? Push yourself. Because at the end of the day, isn't this your decision? Are you here as a networker, as a member of the V family, as a member of QNet, independent representative? You're an entrepreneur, aren't you? Why? Because you want to build a business to give you that financial independence, to help your downlines to achieve the same goals, if not even higher goals than the goals you have. But to do all this, once again, I can keep saying this over and over and over again. Attitude, attitude, attitude. Because attitude is 100%. People always ask, what is the formula for success? There's no formula for success. If there was a formula for success, who would be poor? Everybody would follow the formula. Unfortunately, life, or fortunately, depends on which side of the fence you're on, the formula is very simple. It's within you. Every one of us has the potential. Every one of us has the special magic within ourselves to be successful in whatever we choose to do in life. We have chosen, you and I, all of you watching this, you have chosen to be a networker. You have chosen to take this industry of networking using QNet as a vehicle. QNet will provide you all the facilities. But at the end of the day, who's the driver? Not QNet, not your active working upline. It is you. Because it is your business. It is your journey. Are you with me? Now remember, 2nd January 2024 is the beginning. This is a leap year, I believe, so we have 366 days. So we've passed one day, today's the 2nd day, so we have about 364 days left. Every day should count. Every day you push yourself one step. Not backwards, sir. One step forward, one step forward, one step forward. Sometimes more than one step, but at least one step forward. Because every step you push yourself forward, you are going ahead. You're going forward. You're reaching the goals that you set yourself. I'm 71 years young, for your information. And why I say this, not for you to say, wow, unbelievable. I can say that to myself, wow, unbelievable. But I want to remind you don't ever use your age or wherever you come from in the world as an excuse. Oh, I'm in Ghana, I'm in Algeria, I'm in this part of India. You don't understand, VP David, the problems I have. My brothers and sisters, you don't have problems. Every one of us has challenges. And challenges are there for one reason. Those of us who don't have the right attitude will give up sooner or later. Those who have the right attitude will never ever give up, because, as Dato Sri says, when they fall down, when they fail, they get up again. When they fail, they get up again. And they keep going. And they keep going. As Will Smith said, this is a lesson in your life. Always focus on that one brick, because that is how you get to the top. You ask any V partner, any AVP, anybody who's maxing out on their incomes today, did they get there by luck? No. They paid a price. They made sacrifices. They pushed themselves. So this journey is not about taking it easy. This journey is not about, okay, I will make some presentations this week. Next week I'll relax because I'm tired. The week after, let me see how the weather is. Let me see my social calendar. No. Every day, focus. Focus on this journey, because this is a decision you have made. You need to rise again. 2024, that should be, those words, rise again, should be, what do you call it? What's the word? You should itch it inside you, you should write it with permanent ink. Tattoo it, yes, tattoo it, VP Kalai. Tattoo it. Because that must be your mantra. Remember, rise again. Now, attitude. Everybody talks about attitude. Attitude is something very easy to talk about. What exactly, apart from what I told you earlier, attitude is not something you pick up from a book or something, your upline can tell you. It's about a character. It's about yourself. It's about making a decision. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. We always talk about, those of you who have been with us for some time now, that also talks about Mauna, about the spear of silence. You need to do some analysis, self-analysis. Accountants, they say we have to do some auditing. You need to audit yourself. You need to be very honest with yourself. Ask yourself, am I okay? Am I really okay? Am I in a position where I can meet my dreams? Do I have dreams? Do I aspire to achieve something better in life? At whatever stage in life you are today, let's be honest, you haven't reached your full potential. You can do much better. Now, when you're honest with yourself, when you're willing to face the truth, that's when your attitude starts building. Because you see, attitude is about being honest with yourself. Honesty, facing the truth. I had a lot of challenges in my life because I was not willing to face the truth for many, many years of my life. People used to tell me, David, you're doing the wrong thing. David, change. And I used to say to myself, why are these guys bothering me? Hey, I'm okay. It is only when I met Chief and Dato Sri that the big clicks happened, The click that, as VP Kalai just said earlier, changed me 180 degrees. Now, if it can happen to me at a very late age in life, it can happen to you. It should happen to you. It must happen to you. And it must happen now. These 3 days, Chief and everybody has to speak, are going to speak from their heart. Why we are doing this event, Rise Again, is to do our best, our utmost to make sure that each of you watching this, I believe there are over 20,000 around the world. Numbers are growing every minute. Out of all of you are watching, we want to give each one of you that opportunity to find that magic, that spark that will ignite the fire within you, that will start changing you, because you start facing the truth, because you start sitting down alone and looking at yourself in a mirror and asking yourself, what are my weaknesses? What are my strengths? Ask yourself, list down your 5 weaknesses, your 5 strengths, and say to yourself, this year, from this moment, I am going to do everything possible to eliminate, to get rid of these weaknesses. Every day you have to put those weaknesses down, because you need to, like I said, delete or kill them, or minimize the weakness. And then you look at your strengths. And then you ask yourself, am I maximizing my strengths? I have this strength, but am I really using it to the fullest advantage, to the fullest potential? That is something you need to do. Because unless you're honest with yourself, unless you ask yourself these tough questions, I think you will achieve success. Small bits of success here, success there, success here. But that's not what counts. You took this journey of being a networker, of being an entrepreneur, because you did not want just small successes. You wanted major goals to happen. You had dreams, big dreams to achieve. You want to do so much for your family, for your loved ones, for the people who you care about. So, the day you decided to sign up, the day you decided to become an independent representative, that day that you made a decision, believe me, it was not a wrong decision. Your instinct told you, this is the vehicle I can use to achieve my dreams, to take me from being a nobody to a somebody. And that journey started the day you made the decision to sign up. Now, that decision is not a light decision. It's a very heavy decision, because with that decision came a lot of responsibility. When you made the decision, you also realized that you had to make sacrifices. You looked at your working uplines, you look at your leaders, you look at Chief Pathman, you look at the V partners, the AVPs, the V councils, the successful networkers, and you said, I want to duplicate them. I want to be like them. Easy to say, but to achieve that status, there's a price to pay, a very heavy price. That price, like I said earlier, attitude, of course, is most important. And attitude is, from attitude comes consistency. You know, being consistent in doing something every day. You know, I'm sure Chief is going to talk about this, but I'll just give you a bit of insight. Chief used to tell me this, Dato Sri always reminds us, he called the 3 T's. And I'll just tell you a bit of it. I'm sure Chief and the other speakers are going to elaborate on that. But you need to have patience. They say in English language, Rome wasn't built in one day. You're not going to become a V partner in one day. You're not going to maximize your income in one day or 1 week or 1 month. It's a journey. But step by step by step, like every brick you lay perfectly is leading you to that final destination. Okay? Now, patience, consistency also is persistence. Always, you must persist. You know, when, like I said, when you have to do presentation, you make the decision, I'm doing 3 presentations a week, I'm going to do 15 presentations a month, then you have to do it. You have to be persistent. Month in, month out. Every month in 2024, you set yourself the target, I will do 15 presentations minimum. No negotiation whatsoever. Whatever it is then, do that 15 presentations in that month. Even if at the last day of the month you have done 14 and it's 9 o'clock at night, go out there, find a prospect, find someone, a stranger at the bus stop, and do a presentation. Because you have to achieve that goal you set yourself. You know, I didn't set it for you. Nobody set it for you. You set it yourself. So fulfill it. Patience, persistence, and then you need to persevere. It's all about perseverance. You have to just continue, you know, no matter what happens. You know, Chief always says, Google will say this, the media will say this, whatever happens, ignore it. Because believe me, everything in life we do, everything in life anybody does, there will always be somebody who will criticize. There will be always someone who says, you know what, that's wrong. Don't focus on those things. Focus on your journey. Focus on that decision you made. As Chief explained earlier, don't judge QNet. QNet's been around for 25 years. This is our 26th year. We are not here by luck. We are here. QNet is here because, again, QNet just dream and making their dream step by step, laying their bricks step by step. And today, look where we are. You know Manchester City Football Club. One of the, in fact, last season they won every major trophy. Now, in 1998 or 2000 or 2005, I don't think Manchester City would have looked at allowing us to be a sponsor. But we never gave up. Our founders never gave up. We kept on and pushed and kept building and building and building till QNet became so powerful that Manchester City accepted us to be the only direct selling company in the world to be their sponsor. We are the only company. Remember that. Now, just like this, there are a lot of other sponsorships that we've done. A lot of work the Rhythm Foundation has done. So don't judge QNet. Now ask yourself, and I'm being very honest, and you might get annoyed, but truth hurts, my brother and sister. Ask yourself, do you deserve to be part of this journey? Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to make the sacrifices to earn the rewards, to earn what they say in English, the praise, to be edified from where you are? Those of you who are starting just now or started recently in the last 1 year, you want to achieve the same success as Chief Pathman, as the V partners, as the AVPs, as your leaders look up with so much of edification. And you say, wow, I wish I could be partner Sachin. I wish I could be this. Don't wish. It's possible. As long, I come back to the first thing I said, attitude. And Chief Pathman said that earlier too, attitude. So my brothers and sisters, 2024 is all about the right attitude. Because if the 100% is not there, something is missing. And in 2024, nothing can be missing. This is your year. I'm not saying this to patronize you. I'm not saying this to make you happy. I'm saying this as a challenge to you, to each one of you. 2024 is your year. No excuses. Focus on making this year so special, so positively special, that people around you are going to say, look at this person, the change. Wow, unbelievable. And you yourself, on 31st December 2024, with the grace of God, will say to yourself, wow, I've done it. I've laid brick by brick. I have been consistent. I've been persistent. And look how much I've achieved. And then 2025, you're going to push yourself further. But let's focus now on the next 3 months, as Chief Pathman mentioned. Plan for the next 3 months. The next 3 months, you are going to be a Superman or a Superwoman. You're going to push yourself because your attitude is going to be 100%. I love you and I thank you for giving me this opportunity of talking to you. And once again, I wish you a very happy new year. May Almighty God bless your families, your loved ones, and you. And may 2024 be that year that you will never ever forget in your life, because it will be the special year of your life, the beginning of a new you. I love you. Thank you.
VP David, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you for being inspirational to us. Thank you. Once again, thank you, VP David, for being that inspiration to us, showing that no matter where you are, how old you are, what's your condition, you could anytime make that important decision that Chief was talking about, doing this QNAT. An entrepreneur is an important decision. So making that important decision, taking responsibility that you could flip your life 180 degrees. He spoke about taking that responsibility, okay? Sacrifice, what you're willing to let go. Going back to what Chief spoke about, what you're willing to let go, what you're willing to do. Who do you need to inform that you could now focus on this journey? And what's your plan? You don't need that 12 months, 24 months, the next 90 days, what you're going to do. Now, let me tell you this. From a networker to a networker, an upline to an upline, even if you are here alone, you are an upline because you got to lead yourself. Because if you can't lead yourself, you can't lead anyone. Let me tell you, probably you would have heard again and again, attitude. You know it's attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude, your success, how you could get up again, could rise again. But how is it that you could make sure that 2024, that you're going to have that attitude check? Now, let me tell you this, though it's difficult, I admit it's not easy. But if you stay in the zone, because that's one thing VP David has done from the beginning till today, and I see him doing this. He never left the zone of his upline, that is Chief, and our founders. Is always in their zone. You got to be in that zone of your working upline, system, events, trainings. The day you leave that zone, it is not easy to fight alone. So always come back to that zone and always check. Have I made that decision? What I'm willing to let go, what I'm willing to do, who do I need to inform, collaborate, inform, so that you could pursue and what you need to do. So to take us to the next, the most important to me as a networker, as an upline, this is the most important training, okay? And if you master this one training, this is it. Everything that you need to do is in this training. So to take us to the next level, to the most important training for us in this 2024 as a networker, journey of entrepreneur, we bring back the one and the only, our upline, Chief Pathman Senathi. Back to you, Chief.
Good morning to my V family all over the world. So guys, this has turned out to be very exciting, watching David Sharma. A lot of you do not know this, but I met David Sharma 20 over years ago in Sri Lanka. So a shout out to all my Sri Lankan V family. I met him, the most difficult prospect on the planet. All right, I was doing a presentation in this hotel. What hotel was it? The Continental, not Intercon, the Continental. And David Sharma was in the front row and I was doing the presentation. He had his legs crossed, arms crossed, totally, unreceptive, all right, of everything I was saying. Presentation finished, he walked up to me and the moron is coming. You know a moron is coming, and David Sharma had moron written on his forehead, and I'm saying this with love, and I knew he was going to ask the most difficult and stupidest questions ever known to network marketing, and David asked all the questions, all right? And I answered to the best of my ability. I met him the next day, and instead of convincing him to sign up, I convinced him about how bad, how much he has fallen from the best version of himself. I didn't talk about the plan. I didn't talk about how much money he could make. I just showed him the reality of how far he has fallen from the best version of who he could be or who he was. And that approach worked. Because then I met him many times on that trip to convince him that this business will help him rise back or rise again to that David Sharma you saw here today. And that David Sharma today is a man I respect tremendously. He's not only my brother, he's one of the most amazing V partners we have, who has dedicated a large portion of his life to fulfill the vision of Dato Sri Vijay. So you're very lucky to hear from David Sharma. All right, and now the time has come, but since there's a chair that they set up and nobody has sat on it, so Mike, I'm going to sit on the chair. See all the camera people now freaking out. Now, which chair am I going to sit on? This one or this one or this one? Okay, I'll sit down here, okay? All right, so you can see my shoes. All right, the coolest shoes ever. I've decided that I'm not going to wear these traditional brown, black, boring shoes that number one wears, David Sharma wears, Sati also wears this boring, I call them old man shoes. All right, even though I'm not getting younger, I want to remain young, and I'm in love with the shoes because a long time ago, somebody told me, a lady told me, the first thing she looks at is a man's watch. And we have Bernard H. Meyer, the best timepieces in the industry, and the man's shoes. So thank God QNet doesn't sell shoes. So I'm still allowed to wear any shoe I want. So this is the cool shoes your chief wears, all right? So the time has come, guys, and I have to tell you a bit of the history, okay? So all of you, inform your downlines to log on because chief, on the 2nd of January, 2024 is going to do the 8 basic building blocks live from Kuala Lumpur. All right, this is a historical moment. I have not done the 8 basic building blocks fully in so many years. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out. Because I don't repeat, I don't prepare, I just speak at that moment of who I am, what I feel, all right? Like Dato Sri Vijay taught me the first time I went up on stage, if you speak from your heart, nothing can go wrong. So I'll tell you the history. In the early days, all right, there was 4 founders, all right? Now 2 founders are no longer with us. No, they haven't died, they're still here, but they made a mistake of not understanding the value of Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. And when you don't value your partners, when you don't value your uplines, when you don't value your downlines, you lose them. All right, so both of these founders did not value Japa and Dato Sri, and I think their ego got the better of them, so they left. But I was close to them, I have to admit. I will never take away the contribution people have made to me in my past, okay? And both the other founders did contribute in helping me become the networker I am today. I will always acknowledge that. And what happened was, we started networking, and you know my story. I didn't join as a networker immediately. I joined as the legal and business development manager, all right? And one day the presenter didn't come and I had to do the presentation. And I've never spent time speaking to a crowd or speaking to a camera to thousands of people around the world. At that time, I was nervous, I was uncertain, and I didn't know I could do it. And I was very insecure. And many of you will feel this way, so it's okay. I was very insecure of what people would think of what I said on stage. All right, it was a fear because I think we all want the endorsement of people. We all want people to say you did a great job or your presentation was good or whatever. Today, my life mantra is I don't care, I love it. All right, as long as there's one person or even one of my dogs, Passion, Hope or Rogue, who wants to listen to me, I will speak. And if there's nobody, I keep fish in my house, in aquariums. So the fish have nowhere to go. So I will do a training to them if necessary. So I was very nervous when I did my first presentation, but it was successful. And a lot of you don't know what happened after that. So after that, I naturally had to go up and do presentations every evening. We had full house in MCOP, the first office, I'll never forget. full house, which means 60 people, and people waiting outside. And we were rocking, guys. It was crazy. We would do 3 presentations on shift. So 60 people finish, 60 people finish, 60 people. And me and another gentleman by name of Daniel Tay, all right, would do these presentations in Malaysia. All right, and one of the founders who's no longer with us, all right, was also there. And we realized that there was no training. We only focused on, are you all panicking? Did I move too much? All right. Everyone only focused on presentation. Everywhere in that mall, we were in a MCOP mall in 98, 99. And everywhere in the mall, you could see presentation, coffee shop, the bench, all right, outside in the car park, in the office, outside the office, in the lift lobby, people would hold the paper with their hand and do presentation. And then we realized that everyone knew how to do presentation, but we didn't do any trainings, okay? There was no internet. There was no website. I think it was just starting. It was the dial-up modem. If you don't know this, I hate you because you're too young. You put the telephone wire and there's a sound, key, connect. See, even the people behind the camera, the morons don't even know what it is. It's called a dial-up modem, okay? All right? There was no internet. We were still watching VCD, not DVD, VCDs. You put into the player, and if you scratch it, it screws up the video, all right? So, we said, let's make a video. We never made a video before. And we said, how are we going to share the training with everyone around the world? So one morning I got a call from one of the founders and he said, hey, come to this hotel. I've set up the camera crew. I want you to do a module. I said, excuse me? A module of what? All right, wear a suit. I said, why should I wear a suit? No, this is camera, lights, action, you understand? Wear a suit. Believe it or not, I didn't own a suit. So I borrowed a suit from VP Kuna, a green suit, a yellow tie or goldish tie. You can see my 8 basic building blocks on YouTube when I was a skinny little boy moron, okay? And I said, okay. So I put on the suit, which looks too big for me. And I went to the hotel. And I'll tell you the scenario. You imagine whether you can do this, okay? So there were 2 cameras and a box on the ground, like a box. And I'm supposed to stand on the box and do a training module. Now, the only training I've ever done was the most basic, called the 8 basic building blocks. And this is not my original module. I've learned this from networkers greater than me. One of them I have to acknowledge. He passed away 2 years ago. His name is Dexter Yeager, my first networking mentor. My only regret, I never got to meet him live. Dato Sri Vijay's teachings. All right, okay, my second networking mentor, who's today my only mentor, all right, by choice, okay, and the 8 basic building blocks. That's all I knew. I didn't know anything else, all right. And these 8 basic building blocks, and listen to me very carefully, especially the uplines, the so-called networking experts, you technically don't need anything more, all right, to start your network except the 8 basic building blocks. If you are not using it as a standard tool for everyone who signs up, I'm not saying those I'm on the video. You can make your own 8 basic building blocks, follow the basic structure and promote the video. You must use it. Because if I am sitting here today as your upline, representing the great ones, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay, is only because the 8 basic building blocks. The money I've earned, the network I built, the network that was sustainable, the leaders who stayed with us even through crisis, I attribute it to the 8 basic building blocks. Because you see, the mistake everyone makes today, in today's world, they feel that simple is not good enough. So they complicate it. Are you guys with me? Singing is not good enough. Now we have to dance and sing. Are you guys with me? Thank God for Ed Sheeran, who doesn't dance. All right, but everybody else cannot just stand one place and sing, you know. Do you realize that? They all have to dance. Even my ex-girlfriend Lisa from Blackpink, she has to dance and sing at the same time. You see, you don't believe me, you know. The lack of trust is the problem between us. All right? So I realize that the 8 basic building blocks should be the foundation because it's moron proof. Because training must be duplicable. You must be able to duplicate it. That somebody must listen to it once or twice and they must be able to share it to the next person and the next person and the next person. If your training is too unique, too complicated and too deep, it cannot be duplicated by others. And network marketing is all about simplicity and duplication. Don't complicate this. Our complan is moron proof. Our products are moron proof. Put on the watch, look at the time. Do you understand? Biodis, put water on, basic use, put in your fridge, all right, whatever. Water filter, connect, filter water come out. You understand? All right, QVI, go online, book your holiday, fly. Are you guys with me or not? Jewelry, attach to your body. That's it. Don't complicate your life. Because this is not a short-term business. This is a long-term business which you cannot succeed alone. So the greatest danger in network marketing, where you become the only best version in your network. The key to success in network marketing is to make yourself so simple, so beautiful, so elegant, just like a wow. Just like a wow. I had to say it for the social media morons out there. Okay? You got to make yourself into a version that people are not afraid of. They must look up to you, but they mustn't think being you is impossible. They must not think that being your position is unattainable. Do you understand? So you must create a version of yourself that people must see and say, I can do it. They must look at your training and say, I can do that. They must look at your presentation and say, okay, I also can do that. If you bring a PowerPoint, LED, special wire connected with sensor and all that to show your presentation, people cannot duplicate it. So I don't use technology, all right, except Zoom and Microsoft Teams or Instagram, which is social media. But my presentation for the last 25 years is a piece of paper and a pen. Even I love the restaurants with the menu on the restaurant, which you can turn around and it's a clear paper which my kids use right now, and I just show the plan. Because the person you are talking to may not be you. He may be somebody or she may be somebody who have never sold anything in their life, have never spoken to another human being ever before to sell or convince. There are people like that. Most of you are like that. And you are telling them this business is easy. This business is simple. Anyone can do this business. Then you have to demonstrate it. Are you guys with me? So when I got that call to go to that hotel to record that video, and they said, you only make one video, all right? And that video became viral. It went all over the world, the VCDs or DVCDs. Obviously, nobody bought it from the V. They bought one and duplicated themselves, piracy, and sold it and became financially free. And I said, I'll do the 8 basic building blocks. It's simple. And today, I want to share the 8 basic building blocks with you. And for those of you all who have been more than 6 months in the business, it still applies to you. Those of you who have been in the business for 10 years, the 8 basic building blocks equally applies to you, exactly as it applies to the new signups. A lot of people think the 8 basic building blocks is only for the beginner. No. The 8 basic building blocks remains relevant, all right, throughout your journey in QNet. And each block, if you are serious about it, and one day I'll do it. I promise you guys I would do it. I haven't had a chance. Each block can be a 2-hour module. Each block can be, a full training by itself. If you come to VCon, all right, my messaging is very much coming back to the 8 basic building blocks. Any upline you hear and they said, I have a new module I want to share with you, you can trace it back to one of the 8 basic building blocks. All right, these are the 8 bricks or the 8 blocks that you lay down as the ultimate foundation to raise your global network. So can I have the whiteboard? All right, so I'm going to do it on the whiteboard. All right, so that you all know that I still know how to write. All right, somebody asked me an interesting question. Do you still remember how to write? All right, because now we just type with our fingers. We don't write anymore. All right, so this is the whiteboard. That's Ruby. Okay, that's Adrian. All right, the guys from the V who have been working and being with me until 2, 3 in the morning today. All right, so all of you sit down, relax. The 8 basic building blocks by the one and only Chief after so many years. Okay, now the reason why it's 8 blocks and not 9 or 7 or 6, let me tell you why. I don't know. Okay, and I don't care, and it doesn't make a difference. All right, so now they call it the 8 BBB. All right, B, if you're watching, it's named after you. All right, the 8 basic building blocks. And today we will start on each paper. I'll talk about the first block, second block, third block. Now, the first block is my life mission. It's the reason why I breathe today. Something I believe so passionately in. All right, so passionately in. All right, that it is one of my core value systems, and it's simply called the dream. Now, some people say, oh, you need to talk about goal, change the language. The millennials, the Gen Z don't like the word dream. I don't care. I want to call it dream because that's what it is. It is a dream. It is the aspiration of the human race or the human being. All right? And this dream is actually deep. And if you watch or you come to VCon and I speak on day 1 or day 2 morning, I speak about my dream, my mom. And the best way I would define the need for a dream, because without the dream, people quit in anything they do, not only network marketing, in life. People get divorced because the dream was not big enough. People quit anything they do because the dream was not powerful enough. Now, this is an element that they don't teach us in school, sad to say. All right, they don't teach us anywhere, and I teach my kids about this every day. Because I wish I knew about this when I was 6 years old, 7 years old. The power of the dream can change the world. That everything you see, everything you touch, whether it's the iPhone, whether it's the Samsung, all right, whether it's the Tesla or the BMW or the Mercedes, anything that you use today, whether it's the Nikon camera, all right, or the house you built, okay, is a dream. It's somebody's dream. Ultimately, everything that surrounds us today, it is somebody's dream that became a reality. They did not give up on it. That life makes no sense without a dream, in my opinion. Your wife, your husband, that girlfriend, that boyfriend you always wanted, it's still a dream. It's something you want that has not happened yet. And you're hoping it will happen someday. All right? And it's always something nice, always something beautiful, always something deep that you really want. All right? And it's a dream. And our kids start dreaming at a young age. All right? My son dreams of a toy. And on Christmas Day, when he opens that toy, you see that satisfaction that a dream has become a reality. Now, the funny thing is that all of you are actually dreamers. You have forgotten this. All right? Because life has 3 stages. Simply put, life has 3 stages. For the normal people out there who didn't log on today to rise again, they won't know this. The first stage of life is called the dream stage. If you go back to your childhood, if you go back when you were younger, in a simple way, you were a believer. Alright? I know it sounds naive, but if I tell my son he can reach the moon, he will believe it. Alright? And he will dream about going to the moon and he will say, Papa, when can we go to the moon? Alright? The reason why, because children lack the knowledge and reality to doubt. They lack the ability to doubt. So if you tell your son or daughter that one day they can climb Mount Everest, they don't know the reality of what is required to climb Mount Everest. Alright? They're going to say, yes, I want to climb Mount Everest. Can we go tomorrow? Now, it's not being childish. It's being a dreamer. Because a child does not know that some dreams are difficult to achieve. That some dreams are never achieved. They don't know the reality of the price to pay to achieve a dream. Alright? So the beginning stage of our life, I call it the dream years, where everything was possible. I would look at a girl who would be out of my league. Have you heard this theory? Out of my league. That means beautiful, perfect, just like a wow. You understand? And as a young man, as a young teenager, as a young kid, I said, she's going to be my girlfriend. I believed it with absolute certainty that she's going to be my girlfriend. There was no doubt. There's no reality. She's rich, I'm poor. She won't look at me because I look weird as a child. All of that does not exist in the mind of a child, of a young person. That's why if QNet allows children into the business, they will max out. They will become max out prince and princesses faster than all of you morons. The reason is why a lot of you signed up at the second stage. You didn't sign up at the dream stage. You signed up on the second stage, and these are called the dream years. And the second stage is called Reality Bites. There's a movie, Winona Ryder. Alright? And what is this second stage? The second stage is when you're older and you realize that not everyone is going to be a millionaire. Alright? You realize that a Ferrari costs $1 million and not $10 when you were a kid. Because if I tell my son, now let's buy a Ferrari, he say, okay, Papa, I got ringgit, let's buy a Ferrari. Alright? He hasn't understood the realities of the world. The problem is it sound okay? The problem is, all of you signed up at this stage. The reality stage. That means you are too overwhelmed with reality. You know the statistics that only 5% of the world has more than $1 million. You know owning a villa, alright, in the most expensive part of your town, alright, is going to cost you 10 million dirham or dollars or whatever. You know all this stuff. You know your bank account has $100. You understand? Now my bank account had $20 when I signed up. But you see, the reason why I am standing here today and you're listening to me, because I was one of those morons who was lucky enough to be born to a woman who fueled my dreams every single day. She didn't tell me reality too soon. Whatever I wanted, my mother would say, Amma would say, it's possible. Okay, you work hard, you can get it. Yes, you can be whatever you want. Maybe she was just too busy and she wanted to shut me up. So my dream years extended longer than yours. So even when I signed up in 1998, all right, with Dato Sri Vijay, I was a dreamer. All right, when he told me you could make, that time max out was $9,000 over US a week. He said, you can make over $9,000 US a week. I said, yes, let's do it. All right. People used to call me childish, naive. All right. But I think that was my greatest strength. When I signed up, I believed that everything can become a reality. Now, most of you signed up in reality stage. So you have a little bit of bitterness, doubt, a non-believer in you. And finally, your stage will come to a stage called if only. All right? If only is our parents, most of them at least, sad, but it is the reality. They will sit down on their rocking chair and tell you, if only I signed up in QNet in 1998. If only I bought that land in Sheikh Zayed Road when it was 1,000 dirham, or Bandra, all right, or in the middle of Istanbul, or in the middle of Cote d'Ivoire, or Ghana, or Pakistan, or wherever. If only, if only. If only I flew to London. If only I became a doctor. So they regret. A stage of life of bitterness called regret. All right? So these are the three stages of life. The dream years, which are beautiful. Reality bites, where you know that you get your salary on the 7th of the month and it's finished by the 9th. Do you understand? And instead of buying a Ferrari, you can't even afford to put petrol in your car. It's okay. We've all been there. I couldn't afford to put petrol in my motorbike, and that was like 50 US cents. Okay? And then you go to If Only. Now, for some reason, I call it the master plan, you signed up in QNet. And most of you signed up at this stage, where you are overwhelmed with the realities of the world. So what I need you to do now in the dream part of 8 basic building blocks is reverse yourself to the person you were in the time of the dream years. And ask yourself, is this who you wanted to be right now? If you're just starting your journey? Is this the house you wanted to live? Is this the car you wanted to drive? Is this what you wanted to give your parents monthly? The last time you traveled, was it the real country you wanted to travel? Do you really want to fly economy for the rest of your life, or you can dream of first class, inshallah, one day? So you have dreams. Now, to help you, and take a piece of paper out, I had an upline before QNet called Linda Pan, all right? And she told me a simple philosophy. Time and money. This is how life is explained. All of you, your life is controlled purely by these two things called time and money. Now, there's 4 categories of people in the world. All right, I'll tell you where you are. All right, or 5 categories. I don't know, I forgot. 4. The first category, all right, which is most people before they join QNet, is no time, no money. All right? And I'm not saying you're broke, begging on the streets. You just don't have money. All right? You open your bank account right now, and if it's 4 numbers, I don't think 3 numbers exist anymore. 4 numbers, that means less than 10,000. You're broke in today's world. A bloody iPhone costs $2,000. Can you imagine an iPhone is like 1,005 or 1,007 US, Adrian? iPhone is about 7,000 ringgit. Yeah, about 1,500 US dollars. A phone costs 1,500 US dollars. If you told your grandfather this, he will slap you and tell you use the smoke signal to communicate with people in the other village. Are you guys with me or not? All right. Shoes are not cheap, guys. I used to buy shoes for like $2 US. All right. Today there's, Fung Kyong was about 6 ringgit last time. $2 US. Today there are shoes that cost 2,000 US. Can you imagine? All right. Underwear we never bought because it was not required when we were young. All right. You understand or not? But so there is a category of people, no time, no money. If you are in this category, guys, thank God you said yes to the presentation. Or not, your outlook of life is very, very bad. All right. Now there's the next category. All right. With all the time, no money. These are the people who have decided to not do anything with life. You have friends like this. Bro, I'm free. You understand now? These are the people, I call them the hippies of the world, Giri, who will ride the bicycle and say, I can live on fresh air and sunshine. I'm going to build a tent on the roadside. You understand? Wait until they break a bone and they can't afford to go to the hospital. Are you guys with me now? Or they get eaten by a bear. These are the true losers of the world. All right? If I see them, I feel like punching them in their face. And then a lot of you know people with money but no time. I have an uncle like this who was a doctor. A lot of money, but he never had a time. He went on holiday like the rest of the world. You see, if you go to holiday during holiday season, it simply means you're poor. I don't go on holidays during Christmas and New Year, because that's when everyone goes to holidays. Why do you want to go to a crowded place and get COVID and die? Are you guys with me? All right, I like to go to places when it's empty, when I'm the only one. Then the hotel will call you Mr. Senathi, Rajah. Please welcome, go to the suite. You understand? If you go to a crowded 5-star hotel, they call you sir. If they call you Sir Giri, you're poor. If they call you Mr. Senathi Rajah, you're rich. Oh, Mr. Girinder Sharma. You don't have to use my name. You understand now? All right? And there are a lot of people like that. These are professionals who have earned money, but they don't have time to spend it. So what happens? You know who celebrates this financial freedom? With all the time and all the money. This life doesn't mean you want to buy a Ferrari. I drive, guys. I drive a Ford Raptor. It is my favorite car on the planet, right? Because everyone is afraid of you. You understand? And you can go over the divider, and when it floods, you are the only fleur playing music. I don't care. I love it, and dancing in the car. The guy in the Ferrari has drowned. You understand or not? And died in his car. You understand? Flood, huh? Right? But buy a Ferrari. It's okay. I just like higher cars. Okay. This is financial freedom. What is the definition of financial freedom? It simply means that you have all the time, all the money that you could ever want. So my former upline in a different company I don't want to talk about asked me only one question. She said, take out a piece of paper, Pathman. I said, I took out a piece of paper, and you morons take out a piece of paper. And she said, if you were in this category where you had all the time and all the money, all right, what would you buy? Where would you live? Where would you travel? Which hotel would you stay on holiday? You understand? What gifts would you buy your parents for Christmas or New Year or whatever? How would you, pamper your wife or husband? You understand or not? All right? How would you look after your mother-in-law? You understand or not? All right? And that, I couldn't do it. When I sat down and did this dream part with her, I got stuck. I said, what do you mean? I don't have all the time, all the money. I got 20 US in my bank account. And she said, no. Just imagine, Pathman, use your imagination. All of you use imagination. And imagine if you had all the time, all the money, what car would you buy? Let's put it that way. What car would it buy? Would it be a 458 Spider Ferrari? All right, would it be a Maybach Mercedes? Would it be a Rolls-Royce Phantom? All right, would it be a super Jeep with 6 tires I saw the other day, not 4 tires? You understand not? All right, would it be a Tesla, Cybertruck? I don't know. But this is the most profound question. The only reason you have stopped dreaming, the only reason why you have lost the ability to dream, because there is a high possibility you belong to category 1 or category 2. If you belong to category 1 and category 2, you cannot dream. You got no money, no time. How can you dream? All right? You got time but no money. How can you dream? But imagine if you had all the time and all the money. What would you do? How would you live? Just use your imagination. Dream again. That's all I'm asking you. And write it down. And this dream list, this dream, has to be renewed every 6 months, every 12 months. Because as you succeed in QNet, all right, your dreams become bigger. When I first signed up, my only dream was to move from 2 wheels to 4 wheels. I didn't care what the 4 wheels was. I just wanted to move from a motorbike to a car. All right, but now I know the exact specs of the car I want. You understand, all the way to the color of the seat, the stitching. Are you guys with me or not? All right, and your dream is supposed to get bigger and bigger. The mistake a lot of people make, they look at their original dream list when they signed up. And if you do the business the right way, all right, and you shut up, listen and do, you're going to achieve their dreams very fast. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 6 years, maybe in 7 years. Some of you maybe in 3 years. And then you stop. And you think you made it because your dream list is satisfied. Then you fall into a comfort zone. And let me teach you, after 25 years of being a networker and being financially free, it takes a lot of money to keep these dreams running. Are you guys with me or not? The bigger your house, the more it costs to run it. All right? Your cars are expensive. You understand? I know there's a place you can wash your car for 200 US where they shampoo it and put conditioner like your hair. Are you guys with me or not? All right? And when you have kids, they are the most expensive freaking liability on the planet. My son's clothing are 3 times more expensive than mine, Giri. It's a scam. Slow down for the translators. Oh, sorry guys, translators, I love you guys. Babajan, I know you're doing it also. I'll slow down. Okay? So, the dream list is the starting point. That's why I put it as basic building block number 1. Because without the dream, you will not survive this journey. Without the dream, I can tell you now, you will quit. Without the dream, you will reach a point of frustration where you will walk away. Without the dream, everything doesn't make sense. Presentation, rejection, training, empty your cup. Oh, what's the logic of all this? Why would you do it if you didn't know what the end goal is? And that end goal is this, your dream list. So to each one of you, especially those who signed up recently, sort this out. Find your dreams. Find the dreams that mean everything to you. Find a dream that you're willing to fight for, and one day you will find a dream that you're willing to die for. And then you will never stop. Nobody can make you stop. Nothing can make you stop. You will never quit. Find your dream. If you have all the time, all the money in the world, all right, how big would you dream? And I saw something on TikTok. A man said his father told him, if you knew you could never fail, how big would you dream? Powerful, isn't it, Kalai? If you knew you could never fail, how big would you dream? So that's basic building block number 1. The dream, the purpose, the fuel that will keep you moving. And now we come to number 2, all right, which is commitment. I don't know where's the I. All right, now this one is a bad word, you know. This is worse than the 4-letter word in life. All right, because any word which has been attached to phobia is a bad word, lah. You know, acronophobia is a fear of spiders. You understand not? Claustrophobia is a fear of tight spaces. The only word that has phobia attached is something called commitment phobia. Have you heard of this? It's a very common English term. Most men have it. The fear of getting married. Is Sati listening? Yeah. The fear of getting married. The fear of committing to another person. Are you guys with me or not? All right? But life requires this. This business, let me not bull sugar you. This is not a presentation. This is a training. This business requires not a medium level, all right, not a low level. It requires a very high level of commitment. Now, don't be afraid when you hear this word. But this is a decision you have to make. All right? Because remember, this is not a hobby where you can give away the goldfish after 3 weeks of trying. You understand? This is not a girlfriend in college that you can break up after 3 weeks. This is a business. This is entrepreneurship. This is a business that will have a high level of impact on your life, your children's lives, your grandchildren's lives, and much more. That means if you do it right, and I say this a lot recently because I heard it somewhere. If you do this business right and you just don't quit, you will break the chain of poverty in your family. You will be the one, like who I am. Do you understand? That my mother and father were poor. I love them, don't get me wrong. It's just they came from a time where being poor was okay. Alright? And if I did not commit to QNet, if I didn't pay the price to QNet, I would be poor. Alright? Then there's a possibility that my children will grow with poor mentality and not millionaire mentality. Do you understand? So now I've created a break in the chain of poverty. So that's what this business is about. This business, sorry to say that it doesn't have a building. You don't have to buy an office and put things in the shelf like you see on TikTok, these entrepreneurs making candles and they show the video of their house, Giri, full of candles and they're packing boxes and they say, we did it. All right, that's a stupid form of business. Why do you want the hassle of packing boxes? Do I look like a box packer to you? Do you understand not? Let QNet handle all of that problems. Let them suffer. All right? This is the best concept of entrepreneurship in the world. You do nothing of a traditional business requirement. Everything is handled by professionals. QNet has close to 800 employees with degrees from Harvard, Oxford. They got computer systems I can't pronounce. All right, Adobe is not a computer system, it's software. I don't know. Microsoft Excel, they have it. Yeah. SAP, PAS, QXW, all right, X squad, 7 this squad, okay, this chunky shit they have everywhere. No, they're very complicated stuff. All right, they got a cloud. That's how powerful we are. We have our own cloud. QNet has their own cloud, Giri. Did you know this? Very few companies own a cloud in the sky, but QNet has a cloud and they store everything in the cloud. That's what the IT guy told me. Okay. They do everything. All you have to do is talk to people, right? Okay, stay focused and give commitment. Now, what is commitment? All right, somebody asked me once, oh, Chief, can you explain to me what's commitment? I hate these tough questions. You know what is commitment? Commitment is prioritization. Simple as that. So I have a life partner who's not watching right now, I'm sure. All right, but she sees me every day at home. All right, and I prioritize her when I wake up in the morning. All right, that means she is more important than what I want or what I need. My kids are more important than what I want, I need. All right, that is a demonstration of commitment. Now, when you start your QNet journey, commitment means there is a priority list. Everyone in life has a priority list. Okay? Whether you write it down or you don't, everyone has a priority list. Alright? And every priority list should start with God, whichever faith you are. I love all religions. I think all religions are beautiful. Family. Let me put a thing there. Immediate only. Not your cousin in Japan who married your third cousin, who is married to the cat of your fourth cousin. All right. So don't suddenly say family means, everyone is important. My third cousin in Japan getting married, I will miss VCon and go to Japan. Don't be stupid. All right. Even if Sati is getting married, I will not miss VCon. I will save money and run his marriage at VCon. All right. You already got the crowd. Dato Sri can be the priest and we can get the moron married. You understand or not? It will be a beautiful event. Okay. And then the third, in most people who are doing QNet part-time, it's your job. You have to wake up and you have to go to work. It's a priority. You can't wake up on Tuesday and say, today I don't want to prioritize my job. I want to prioritize football. You cannot. You will get fired. You will lose your source of income. And the fourth priority is usually social needs. This is the biggest bullshit on the planet. What is social needs? Like chilling out with friends and talking about whether Messi is better or Ronaldo is better. Everyone knows the truth. The best will always be Maradona and nobody else in the world. All right, you understand or not? So, and then talk about politics when you're not a politician. You understand? Then, of course, people gossip about superstars, actors, gorgeous people like Pathman, Senathi, Rajah. You understand? Tom Cruise, Ranbir Kapoor. You understand? Not all that stuff. Hey, your social needs. And then comes all the other bull sugar in life. Now, QNet doesn't exist in a normal person's priority list until you sign up. Even when you sign up, the mistake people make is QNet is usually number 5, number 6 or number 7. Somewhere here, there's QNet. All right, sometimes QNet comes after even the gym. I don't understand why people will not, why would they prioritize their body over money? Health is different. All right, body over money is stupid because you'll be a poor guy with muscles. You understand or not? All right, you don't want to be a poor guy with muscles. So what commitment means is when you start your journey, your goal is to move QNet up on your priority list. And I'm not asking you to be a psycho and do it like tomorrow. You sign up on Monday, Tuesday you go to your office, boss, I quit because chief told me QNet must be a higher priority. Hey guys, don't quit your job until you are earning a stable income from QNet. Why? You got family to support, you got kids to feed. Don't be irresponsible. So before you quit your job, counsel with your working upline and plan it properly. Don't quit prematurely and don't also stay in your job that it's slowing down your growth in business. There's a fine balance. So what I tell people is if you want to succeed in this business, succeed means earn a respectable income, 2,000 a week, 1,000 a week. That's big money anywhere in the world. All right, I'm not talking max out income yet. You want to earn a respectable income in QNet. All right, your income is always based on where QNet is on your priority list. All right, and the priority list is not about time. All right, it's about focus. It's two different things. You don't need to give 24 hours to QNet. Are you guys with me? There are people who give 24 hours to QNet and still don't max out. Whatever time you can give to QNet, it must be intense and focused time with the right activity, which I'll talk about later. So what is commitment? Commitment is giving time, focused time, dedicated time, where QNet is here and QNet is here. You understand? So the people truly, if you are serious about this journey as an entrepreneur, QNet must become more important than your social needs. This will make you, at the beginning, slightly an anti-social person. You will lose some friends, they will attack you, they will criticize that you are a moron for joining QNet. Did you see this Google article? Did you see that Google article? You will face it. Even I did. All right? The best explanation was given by this guy who received an award. He said, it's okay to recognize the fact you want to go. And they might slow you down. So with great difficulty, when Dato Sri told me to move QNet as a priority and increase my commitment, I had to let go a lot of relationships. Relationships that were meaningful at that point in my life. But if I maintain those relationships, it would have slowed me down and I may not be here today. Do I miss those friends from the past? Yes. All right. But I think our priority is for us to be the best version of ourselves and not always worried about what people think of us. All right. So your QNet must definitely move above social needs. Even if you are part-time and you have a job, I want QNet to move above your job without you getting fired. Are you guys with me? That's all. Move QNet above your job without you getting fired. That means go to work, all right, do the most basic possible work, all right, in between send out messages, Wednesday message link, all right, rise again link, okay, Dato's quote of the day, all right. It's a great place to find prospects, all right, but be careful in your job. Don't stand on the table and say, hello, I'm doing QNet, all of you are losers, you should join me and we should all resign together. That's how people go to jail in some countries. Are you guys with me now? So do it carefully. Go to the water cooler, drink water. Hey bro, I saw something yesterday. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, company from Hong Kong, rocking around the world. We'll meet after work, 15 minutes. If you like what you see, we talk. All right, but I'm telling you, I'm excited. I see you after work. Cup of chai, very fast. Finish. Don't announce. Don't wear I love QNet t-shirt. I hate my job. I hate my boss. I hate my boss. You must use the t-shirt on your last day of work. That's why I tell people, if you succeed in QNet, you will be the first person who can fire your boss. Your boss won't fire you. So move QNet up in the priority list. And then comes family. This is slightly controversial, but you know I'm a controversial speaker. I think even family is overrated. Okay? You know, Giri used to come and tell me that Sunday is family time. I said, where is it written? Show me, all right, some spiritual book that God came down on and said, Sunday, spend with your family. All right? Where is it written that you need to spend a specific day and specific time with your family? You understand not? You are doing this for your family. So don't use your family as an excuse. That's why I said earlier, you must announce. You must make a public announcement. Your husband, wife, children, listen. We are all broke. I have decided to break the chain of poverty in our family. Now, what does this mean? If you are a woman, I'm not going to cook. We are going to cater food. All right? I'm not going to drive you to school and kiss you outside the gate. I only can do it in the morning. You can walk home in the afternoon. You understand? Husband, we will do it once a week. All right? If I have time. You understand not? But the priority is different now. Okay? All of us have to work together to support mommy, because mommy now is starting a journey of entrepreneurship. Now the reason mommy is doing this, hopefully if mommy does it right, and listen to this gorgeous guy on the video, all right, in 3 years, we won't stay in this house anymore. We'll stay in a bigger house. All right? We won't drive the small car. Mommy will get a bigger car. All right? And in 5 years, we can move to a bigger house with the swimming pool. All right? And our holiday will not be down the road to the beach filled with human poop. All right? We will go to a real beach where the sand is white. And Disneyland will not be on YouTube. It will be a reality. Now for this family, listen to me. Listen to me. You got to support me. Right? Now, I don't need you to do much. If anyone says anything bad about mommy's company, punch them in the face. All right? When mommy comes back tired, don't irritate mommy. All right? Let mommy do a thing. And every day when you see mommy, you must only repeat these 3 words. Presentación, 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 so you keep mommy focused. All I need is this support. You must announce. Because if you started a coffee shop, if you started a candle business, your kids will be bloody packing the boxes. You understand not? Your husband will quit his job and deliver the candles. So why don't you apply the same principle of support when you are starting a journey of entrepreneurship in this great industry called network marketing? So announce to the family. I announced to my mother, I'm not attending anyone's wedding except Adrian's and Sati's. I'm not attending any function, nothing. Now my cousins, my relatives, where is the flair? What kind of son doesn't come for the cousin's wedding, doesn't drive the mother to the market? But this is something you have to accept. Your family will comment. Extended family. Now if your immediate family does not support QNet, it's so easy to push them to number 3 and move QNet to number 2. You understand? Now trust me, God supports QNet, or not you wouldn't be watching this video right now. Alright? So if you move QNet up on the priority list, it will naturally increase your commitment. Now commitment does not exist without consistency. That's why marriage doesn't have an off day. Do you understand? Even work, you don't have to work on Saturday and Sunday. But husband, wife is for life, Girinda. You understand not? Commitment doesn't have off days. Commitment doesn't have breaks. I hate people who say we are taking a break from our marriage. Get divorced. It's written already. You understand or not? Alright? Commitment means stay together like our parents. They hate each other, they fight every day, but they are there for each other. Commitment must be seen, felt, and heard by your downlines, by your uplines, by your cross lines, by your neighbors. Your neighbors must say, wow, that guy is really taking his business seriously. Commitment must be seen, felt, heard, must be duplicated. Monkey see, monkey do. You understand? Commitment is something you cannot take a break. It must be consistent. You must give your time to this business. You must manage your time better. And as long as you move QNet up on your priority list, success becomes a reality. Are you guys with me now? Alright, this is the commitment that you need to do. Now, basic building block number 3, I'll do it very fast because I don't know how much time I have left. Alright, is the list. What is the list? The list is affirmation. Alright, why do children, even in modern times, today, with technology, there are schools that still insist that children write in the books and not type in the computer. Because when you write, there is a biological, a chemistry, a power, a connection to what you write. That's why the term love letters existed. Have you heard this word? Love letters? So those days, people used to write letter to express their love. Put it in the post box, Giri. The girl will receive it. We spray perfume. Alright? And when the girl opens it, even though it's written on paper, alright, you cannot see the person's face. You cannot hear the person's voice. It's written on a piece of paper and the girl can say, wow, so beautiful, so excellent, just like a wow, just like a wow. You understand? That's the power. So everything you do not write down is not an affirmation, will not become a reality. So first list you must create, alright, the first list you must create is your dreams. This list, write it down, put it in your wallet or purse, keep it forever, even after you achieve it. I have my original dream list. One day maybe I should display it. It's got funny things, alright? So the original dream list you must have. And this dream list can either extend or you can add on a dream list always. Always add on a dream list. Alright? The second list, which I consider one of the most important lists in network marketing, is the list of names of prospects. What is prospect? Prospect means potential IR. A prospect. That's why they call it gold prospectus. Alright? People who look for gold are called gold prospectus. Now, alright, this list of names is the most important piece of paper that you will have with you, and a lot of you people said, I don't need a list of names. I have my phone, I have my contact list. Don't allow technology to replace humanity. Write down the names. Now I'll tell you how to create your list. Let's say you are driving, dark road, Giri, late at night, you're driving. in a deserted road to a deserted farmhouse that you are supposed to go and repair or something, whatever. You're driving. And for some reason, you turn to the side, Adrian, and there's a forest. And in that forest, your headlight of your car hits something shiny and it reflects. And you stop your car. You look around, Adrian, there's nobody. You take out your torchlight, you get on from the car, you walk, and you shine. And it's a solid gold bar. Solid gold bar, Giri. Solid gold bar. And then you say, what's the bar doing here? Middle of freaking forest. And you push the tree a bit, and there's a second bar. You push some more. You push. And it was an old plane that was crashed there thousands of years ago, hundreds of years, thousands of years, there's no planes, a few years ago, all right? And the storm pushed the tree aside to reveal the gold. Full of gold bars, Giri. And you are alone with the gold bars on a deserted road with your car. The first thing you're going to do is what, Giri? You're going to take the first gold bar and put in your pocket. This is natural human tendency. That's why pens got pockets. Pens got pockets. First, when you find a gold bar, you want to keep it for yourself. Do you realize this? You don't put your things in other people's pockets, no. You put it in your own pocket. Alright, so you take the first gold bar, you put in this pocket, and then you put this one, you put another, your pens falls down. You understand? Because you're a younger generation, you put your pens low like that. You understand? And then, you're going to take the gold bars, Adrian, one by one and load your car. You're going to load your car. You're going to load your car. You're going to load your car, Adrian, until your suspension is down. You cannot. Who are you going to call after that? Thousands of gold bars still in the jungle. Are you going to call the police? Who are you going to call it in? You're going to call your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, your best friend, your childhood friend, you understand or not, your girlfriend, your whoever, like your closest people. You're going to call them, shut up, don't tell anyone, drive the car. Get a lorry, Papa. Get a truck, Mummy. All right, come here, fast as possible. And they're all going to come here to the deserted road. And you're going to load and load and load. And the sun is going to come up. You don't have time to go and unload and reload the same vehicles. So you're going to load. After that, who are you going to call it in? You're going to call some other friends who are not so close. All right? You're going to call your colleague at work. Bro, I actually like you, bro. Take your car, come. All right? Your barber who makes your hair perfect. Good friend of yours, you're going to call. Your doctor who saved your child's life at a young age, you're going to call. You're going to call everyone, all right? And finally, Adrian, finally, everyone is there that you know. What are you going to do? Still got so many gold bars. You're going to walk out to the main road and stop a complete freaking stranger, lah. Bro, come lah. Go gold, take lah. Take for your family. Then you're going to stop the behind car. Come, everyone. Take as much gold as you want and go. You don't know them, they're complete strangers. So that's why your name list is the same way. What is QNet, Giri? QNet is the thousands of gold bars in the jungle waiting for you. Simple logic. So the first list of your list of names is hot zone. Mother, sister, brother, uncle, best friend, everyone. These are people who won't ask you, no. The gold bar real. So Adrian, you call Stevenson Charles at 3 in the morning, Papa, get the car, I found gold bars. Is he going to say, is it real? Did you verify it? Did you Google and search whether the gold bar is real or not? Alright, what stamp? How heavy is the gold bar? Scratch it and see whether it's aluminum. Correct or not? He's bloody going to come, like Adrian. Your best friend is going to come 3 in the morning. So your hot zone are not the people who ask any questions. They'll just say yes. Do you understand? Then comes the warm zone, lah. You call your colleague in the office, Adrian, and tell him about the gold bars. He's going to say, bro, pranka. Right? Which road? What's the road's name? Take a photo, send to me. They want proof. This is the warm zone. Then the cold zone. Now the cold zone will at least take a look. They've got nothing to lose with. Correct or not? Gold bar waiting. Even a complete stranger will look. Now this hot zone, warm zone, cold zone is your list of names. Now, unless you are a monk who has been in the Himalaya cave since the day you were born and had zero contact with the human race and suddenly came out of the cave and the first person you met was Girinder Sharma who did the presentation, then you got no name list lah. Correct? Because you just came out of the cave. You can't call the mosquitoes to sign up, Alright? Your name list should be 150 names. 149. You will fail in this business. Cannot be less than 150. For a normal human being, Kalai, to know less than 150. You are in the camera, look at me. If you know less than 150 people, I may not want you as a downline. You have some issues. Every idiot on the planet, today with social media, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, what's the other one? The dating one? Tinder, Bumblebee, alright, Superman, whatever, all these apps. One more app we spoke about, we can't speak about. All the apps, you understand not? You can't find 150 people. Now, even you are Arab, African, Russian, the average family alone is 150 people. There is no wedding in the world less than 150 people. Any of you watching me right now, if you have a wedding, at least 100 people will come. So please don't accept a downline who says, I don't have 150 names. Sit with the person. Alright? And ask them write the name. Now what I used to do, I tell people, okay, think of everyone with a brown car. Think of everyone with a dog. Think of everyone with 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, whatever. You understand not? Alright? Think of everyone who wears glasses. You understand not? Alright? Oh, I tell people, imagine if I give you 100 US for every name you write. This is the breakthrough block for a sign up. A new sign up, if he cannot do this, something is wrong. He understands the power of the dream. He understands the commitment. And he cannot put 150 names. Something is wrong. Are you guys with me? Now, those who have finished 150 names, tomorrow, right, I will share with you what to do. But not today. So, the name list, important. Your dream list, important. Alright? And go and look at your dream. If it's a BMW 5 Series, if it's a Ferrari 458, go to the showroom when you have 0 downlines and touch the car, look at the car, experience your dream, download, go to Google, look for the best villa in Bali or the best villa in Spain, build your dream, strengthen it, immerse yourself in the power of your dreams. It will become a reality. And the list of names. This is a list of names. List of dreams, list of names, fundamentally important. Basic building block number 3. It is a technical block, but one of the most important blocks. Because if I didn't have a list of names, I won't be here today. Because every max out king, max out queen, most of the V partners, they're somewhere on somebody's list of names. I was on Dato Sri Vijay's list of names. I can say it proudly that I was on his list. Do you understand? He is my direct referral. Very few people can say this. I was on Dato Sri Vijay's list of names. I should ask him. He had a list of names. He showed it to me. Alright, basic building block number 4. The most exciting one, alright, is inviting and prospecting. What is this? You signed up, you did the 8 basic building blocks, you found your dream, you decided to prioritize QNet, you have your list of names, and now it's time to invite the guy or girl to come and see the QNet business. Now, people fear this part worse than cancer, People have told me, Chief, cancer, so I will take but don't make me pick up the phone and call anyone. I'm scared. People are more afraid of inviting than presentation. Right? This is called the first stage of potential rejection. Because people think you only get rejected at presentation. After doing presentation, you get rejected, correct? That's what we call rejection, Kalai. When you play the song, I don't care, I love it, you understand? But a lot of you don't understand that the first risk of rejection is in the area of invitation. The area of invitation is the first risk of rejection. Right? And 99% of society has never tried to convince another human being about anything in their life. They never need to sell, they never need to convince, they never need to invite. Now, you are very good at inviting people for a party, inviting people for a wedding, inviting people to any social event. Before you can even call, you already say, bro, I'm getting married, make sure you come. It's called an invitation. Are you guys with me? But when it comes to QNet invitation, I have seen people, the Indians, some of them, they will pray on the phone with the light and all that. They will pray, they will sweat, all right? Now, what I used to do is get people to sit in front of me and pick up the phone. Now, guys, this is not rocket science. The first rule, all right, less is more. More is less. The less you say in the invitation, remember this is an invitation, not a presentation. Right? The mistake a lot of people make when they do an invitation, they get sucked into the other person's conversation, Dave. That person controls. What's the name of the company? What business? What product? The name of the company is QNet. It's based out of Hong Kong. It's an e-commerce network marketing product. So buy this. What's the buy this? It's a round thing. You put there. Water is very good. Then you pour the water. You drink. Okay, how much I can make? Well, you sign up now. You get a tracking center. Then left. You do not do the presentation on a phone. You do not make the mistake of doing the presentation when you invite somebody. Invitation is to bring the person to the table, bring the person to the hotel presentation, bring the person to your house to do the presentation on the dining table. The purpose of the invitation is to bring them to you. However, in recent times, people have used many techniques to bring people to the table. Alright? My only rule is, the less you say is better, the more you say is more dangerous. My second rule is don't lie. This I do not accept. That means you lie and said, hey, listen, come and meet me, we are giving away free iPhones. That's a lie. When that prospect comes and finds out you are doing a presentation, there's no free iPhone, you start the process with a lie. You break down the barrier of trust. Do you understand? The trust is destroyed. Don't lie. Don't lie there's free money. Don't lie there's a free unlimited buffet. Alright? Don't lie that anyone who comes will get a small gold coin. You understand or not? Don't lie. The minute you need to lie to bring somebody to a table, you're no longer a networker. You are a con man. You are a scamster. Right? And that's a reputation you must not have. And your reputation will be attached to ours. We don't like it. So don't lie. Don't say it's a job. Alright? Don't say anything. You can say it's a business. You can say it's a great opportunity. You can say it's a great product. You can say it's a great way to make money. Alright? You can say it's a great way to make a lot of money. No problem. Alright? But don't lie. And the less you say is better. So you know how I invite people? I pick up the phone and I say, Dave, I saw something very exciting. Alright, it's a business. The company is out of Hong Kong. Let's sit down, 15 minutes. If you like what you see, alright, we take it further. If you don't like what you see, long time we haven't caught up. I like the approach of non-aggressiveness. I like to maintain my posture. I like to maintain my position. Right? You think you need them more than they need you. And sometimes in the beginning, you cannot avoid that feeling because you're desperate to achieve your fine 2 or 3-3. But I have realized that the more I posture, the more they want to come. It's like my many girlfriends in my life. They all play hard to get. You understand? I said, darling, I love you. Che, I don't love you. But inside the heart, tujhe dekha to hai jana sanum. You understand or not? Alright? So playing hard to get is a powerful tool in invitation. Now you can invite them. Listen, alright, I'm going for this business presentation. It's an e-commerce based company out of Hong Kong with a fantastic home-based opportunity. Alright, I don't want to go alone. Can you come with me? It's in the Hilton. Oh, it's in the Ramada. You understand not? So I always say less. What is the company's name? Is this network marketing? Listen, just come and take a look. If it's network marketing, I don't want to come. I hate network marketing, Giri. Don't try to cheat me. Listen, it is not a traditional network marketing company. Would I join a network marketing company? You know me, bro. You come and take a look. Anyway, what you got to lose? Worst come to worst, we have a cup of coffee, we go back. You understand? Because network marketing has two names. It has a good name, it has a bad name. So it's harder today to invite direct by saying direct selling or network marketing. It's just harder. Even nowadays I invite prospects. I try to do 2 or 3 presentations a month. It's easy for me because people ask me, what do you do? I said, long story lah. Alright, but then again I'm standing there looking quite successful, and the person will say, I said, what do you do? I said, long story lah. Never mind, give me your number, I'll catch up with you, I'll share with you. No promises, right? But if I can help you, I'll help you. Okay? Everyone says yes. But the problem is in the beginning you don't have the posture. So based on your region, based on your culture, based on the maturity of direct selling in your market, you need to have a script that will work. And my script has never changed. Alright? I found a fantastic opportunity. I'm looking for 2 or 3 partners. Alright? And your name is one of those names. I can't promise you anything. Alright? We talk. We see how far we can take this. But no promises. We catch up. I'm looking for only 2 or 3 people at the moment in this location. So I posture high. I don't go, sir, please. I got 3 on the left, 2 on the right, 1 more, I will get a check. Please come. Now don't use the word investment because many countries, alright, the word investment is controlled by the Banking Act and you will be screwed. Alright, some people say it's better than any investment. Okay, that's fair. But they forget to mention it's better than any investment. They just say it's an investment. Are you guys with me? Now your invitation is to bring the person to the table. That's your goal. Your invitation is to bring people to the table. You can use Hong Kong based company, a lot of credibility, e-commerce, all right, okay, exciting income opportunity, great products like what Kalai says. I found this company with some of the best products I have ever seen. All right, I want to show you some of the products. Let's have coffee. All right, every approach is not guaranteed. So everyone asks me, Chief, you tell us, Chief. You are the best. Datosli invite people so they don't want to come. I invite people, they don't want to come. You want a guaranteed invitation? It doesn't exist. Read all the books. Go to any seminar. Your invite will sometimes work, will sometimes not work. Alright, that's life, that's the industry, that's thing. But don't lie. Okay? Always maintain posture. Okay? It can be income, opportunity, Hong Kong based company, products, exciting project, looking for partners. Don't say I'm looking for 1,000 partners. The person won't feel special. Say looking for 2 or 3 partners. I also use something. I have a fantastic opportunity. I have 1 or 2 open positions. All right, in very strategic positions. Let's talk. You understand now? I don't say job. I don't say investment. I don't say guaranteed income. Because I don't like to lie. You can call me anything, but never call me a liar. Are you guys with me or not? You don't want that reputation. So that's the inviting part. Prospecting is what? Prospecting is adding more people to your list. This is something you must do. Because out of 150 people, if you are in a new market, your success rate can be 60, 70%. In Malaysia, in the early days, it was almost 90%. If I remember, Giri, Kalai, 90%. You speak to 10 people, 9 will sign up. The longer QNet is in the market, your success rate naturally drops. But it will drop to a minimum of 10%. That means you speak to 100 people, 10 will sign up, minimum. It won't be lower than that, okay? And if you have spoken to 1,000 people and nobody has signed up, there's nothing wrong with the market, there's nothing wrong with the industry, there's nothing wrong with QNet's name, there's something wrong with you, your approach, your knowledge, your energy, your best version of yourself, all right? So counsel your upline and sort that out, all right? A lot of people say, Chief, I've done 1,000 presentations. Nobody has signed up. First thing, he's lying. All right? Lying. You do 100 presentations, 10, 15 people will sign up. Your hot zone will sign up. Correct or not? Couldn't. Your hot zone will sign up. All right? Worst come to worst, your mother-in-law will sign up out of some obligation. Correct or not, David Sharma? David Sharma, both mother-in-laws signed up. All right? So what is prospecting? Prospecting is adding people to your list because your only asset base is your list of names. Without that list of names, you are nothing. You can't talk to the trees. You can't talk to animals. QNet doesn't allow us to sign up our pets. All right? So you only can sign up human beings above the age of 18. 18 and above. All right? And if you have 150, you finish, 15 signed up, all right, and you think your job is done. What if that 15 people quit? Are you going to quit the business? You can't get another name list of 50 names, 100 names. So what is the art of prospecting? The art of prospecting is being a networker. What is a networker? A networker is a socially attractive person, not by looks, by personality, by energy. So Suresh has walked with me anywhere in the world. I'm a natural born networker. Doesn't exist. I was not a natural born networker. Dato Sri Vijay made me into a great networker. Are you guys with me? I didn't talk to anyone in my younger days. I was shy, believe it or not. You can ask Kalai, except for girls, but that's a different story. All right? But today I walk anywhere. Hey, hi, how are you doing? Where are you from? The basic questions you can make friends. Where are you from? What is your name? And you are really uncertain how to approach somebody, walk up to somebody and say, Jack, long time no see. My God, it's been 10 years. Sorry, I'm not Jack. Oh, I'm sorry. You look exactly like my best friend from school. What's your name? Sam, Pathman. What? Must be a sign, man. What are you doing here? I came to buy shoes. Oh, okay. What do you do? Where are you from? Now, which idiot on the planet won't give you a phone number today? My phone number is written in every bathroom in Malaysia, you know. You understand or not? Which, correct or not, Divya? You saw my phone number in the bathroom? You better go, ladies especially. You understand or not? Which idiot will not give you their phone number today? You go to any shop, you buy one can of Coke, they will say phone number, email ID please. Correct or not? Data collection is so common today. So you are telling me, as a human being, you cannot collect 10 phone numbers in a day. 10. You are living in a cave in the Himalayas with Giri. Because Giri used to give me the stupid excuse, Chief, how Chief? I talk to everyone already. Alright? Giri lives in a city of how many million people? 1 million. A small city up north. So I told Giri, you met 1 million people already. You remove the children and you remove the people who are going to die. There's at least 700,000 people like Giri. So I asked Giri, what? You spoke to 700,000 people. Not yet, Chief. Then talk to people. The only rule of networking, the only secret of success is get comfortable with talking to people, talking to people, talking to people. Now I go to a wedding. Now I go to every wedding. When I was networking, I said, I don't want to go for a wedding. Then Dato Sri said, stupid. Go to the wedding. I said, Ane, you told me to focus on business, not go for wedding. Go for weddings and look for prospects. So I go to wedding, I have a radar, you know. Anyone I see, the radar will tell me, I'll go. Groom side, bride side. Bride side, oh, so you know Kalai, very good. Oh, I childhood friend, blah, 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 blah. Phone number. You are not doing the presentation. You are not even inviting the person. Prospecting is not invitation, it is not presentation. Don't be confused. Prospecting is getting the name and a way to communicate with the person in the near future. Alright, that's all you need. So please go to the streets, walk around, give me your number, where you're from, taxi driver, don't judge. The guy in chappals, slippers, shorts, riding a bicycle could be somebody hungrier than the other prospect yesterday. So I never judge. I will prospect anyone and everyone. Age is not an issue. Or not, I wouldn't have signed up David Sharma. He didn't look very young when I met him. You understand or not? Age is not an issue. Must be above 18. Must be above 18. Even if you know somebody who is 17, all right, talk to the person and go to the parents and sign up the parents. Are you guys with me or not? All right, so prospecting is getting a name and a number to add to your list. Add to your list. Add to your list. The bigger your name list, the higher chance of max out. The bigger your name list, the bigger your dream, the higher your commitment, the better chance of success in network marketing. As simple as that. All right. So invitation, less is more is less. Don't lie. Posture. All right. Okay. Get the person to the table. All right. And then prospecting. If you don't meet 2 or 3 people a day, something is wrong with you. Alright, now there are many ways of prospecting. Number 1, don't go to the same place. If you cut your hair in this barber for 10 years, you already signed the person up, go to a different barber. Alright, if you always take a taxi, take the train. You will meet more people. You understand? If you drive on this road and eat in this restaurant, after prospecting, go to another restaurant. Broaden your net. Broaden your net and you will get more names and phone numbers. Are you guys with me now? And remember, every V partner you see today, every max out king and queen you see today, every success story you see today was on somebody's list. It was somebody's prospect. VP Sati was my prospect. You understand or not? So he will not be here today if he was not on my hot list. Are you guys with me or not? Alright? Somebody's list. Mahendra Kumar, somebody's list. So tell me, why you shouldn't have a bigger list? Because when you look at your name list, all you have to know is, somewhere in that piece of paper is Arun George, is Sati Senathi Rajah, is David Sharma, alright, is Dave, is Giri, is Devraj, is Kalai, is Dato Sri Vijay, is Japa, is Chief. So why would you want to limit your list? And if you are planning long-term networking, you can be presenting after 25 years like me. I still do presentation. Are you guys with me now? And then comes to number 5. My children's name. You know, I actually told my wife I want to call my son Presentacion. She gave me a look. And then next to her was the divorce lawyer. So it was a bit dispute. Alright, but never mind. I'm getting more pets. Now my son wants a snake. I will call the bloody snake Presentacion. The lizard, too late. We called it Elvis. Alright. So, Presentacion. What is Presentacion? What is Presentacion? Alright. The first part of Presentacion is communicating information. Because remember, the guy you invited doesn't know head or tail what you're talking about. The fellow sit down there. Alright? First thing, you are giving basic information. The company. Now somebody said, Chief, you cannot mention the company in certain countries because our name is very bad. It's okay. Mention it at the end. Alright? I belonged to Amway last time, and in the Amway presentation, they talk about everything. Last 30 seconds, by the way, this is the Amway Corporation. You understand? If that is what you need to do in a market where the name QNet is a little bit exciting, David Sharma, then mention QNet at the end. But don't sign up the person, take the person's money, process the sign up, and mention QNet after 3 weeks. This falls under the category of coward and lying. I don't like it. Why? Why are you so scared? Mention QNet. The person attacks back. Answer the question. You become better. After 10 rejections, you become better at answering the question. So, but I'm okay, Kalai, if they mention QNet at the end of the presentation. After talking about, by the way, the company are partners with Manchester City for the past 10 years. The company has 40 offices around the world. The company has some bad news in Google, but a lot of good news. All right, blah, blah, blah. Company has a tower in Malaysia. Company has a university in Malaysia. You understand not? Blah, 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 blah. By the way, the company name is QNet. At the end. First is information. All right. This is very difficult to explain. Not too much, not too little. All right. You need to provide enough information. Can I have a coffee here? Milk and 1 sugar. The Pagiri knows. Suresh knows. You need to give enough information for the person to make a proper decision, David Sharma. But you don't have to give all the information lah. Alright, or you know how to become a sapphire, you get 2 directs, and then you must become a platinum. This is the rank platinum requirement. This is blue diamond, this is diamond. Then you must come to VCon. After VCon, you can qualify for ISB. After ISB, you go to zone. After that, I'll take you to meet chief in Malaysia. After that, you can go to chief's house for coffee. You understand not? And if you're very lucky, this one, that one, you'll be invited to speak at VCon after 10 years. Why you want to vomit everything on the person? It's like you meet a girl for the first time. Don't tell too much lah. Remain a little bit mysterious. Like me, I meet anyone, they say, are you Malaysian? I said, no, I'm from Switzerland. Are you guys saying, some mystery is required. Divya, correct, no? You don't want a guy to tell you the whole life story in the first meeting, right? Slowly, mystery, okay. So, information. Give enough, like products, okay, all right, plan, and the third one is projection. Now let me explain why I practice the 3 P's. Product is important because the person is buying a product. I know you all are saying, Chief, you only told us take the product and throw it in the ocean. You understand this is all about making money and 33250. I said, yes. The exciting part is the complan and the business. But today, I'm proud to say that QNet has some amazing products that we can talk about. I can talk about the water filter for 3-4 minutes. The biodisc, 5-10 minutes. Watches, I love talking about watches. I sell a lot of biodisc and watches to people I meet because it's a no-brainer. Because the guy buys a biodisc, David Sharma, he can use it for 15 years. Even if he quits the business, he still has a great product for his family. If he buys a watch, he can tell time to eternity. You understand now? So I love this, water filter, he quits the business, he still has to call you to buy the filter. QVI, the guy can use holidays for 15 years, 30 years. All right. So we have great products to talk about. So talk about the products. Now, each group has a different strategy and I respect it. Some groups only talk about certain products and not all products. And I agree. Because QNet has about 300, 400, 2,000 SKUs. So talk about the product that your upline is recommending you to follow, because there's a system. Number 2 is the plan. The plan is very simple. You buy a product, you get a tracking center. What is a tracking center? I don't know. There's a line in the middle. Why is there a line in the middle, David Sharma? I don't know. All right, and there's left and right. Why left and right? I don't know, I don't care. Now you convince somebody else to buy a product and somebody else to buy a product. All right? And then get convince a few more people to buy a product, buy a product, buy a product. When there's 3,000 BV worth of products purchased on your left, 3,000 BV products purchased on the right, you get paid $225 US. That's the plan. And this repeats and repeats and repeats to eternity. You don't have to talk about max out to a brand new prospect, Kalai. The person doesn't know what the hell is. Now you're confused. You mean my income is limited? Tell him later, his income is limited. But his income is limited to 20,000, 22,000 a week, The devil wants more money, is it? Slap him. So do the basic plan. And then I love to do projection. Now, I don't know whether my projection is legal nowadays, but it's okay. I'm Pathman, Senathi, Rajah. I can do whatever I want. So my projection was shown to me by Dato and Japa. All right. So a projection is to give a scenario to the person So the person gets a rough idea, VGR, what kind of money can make or cannot make. So I tell the person, listen, you sign up. Okay? Yes, I sign. You buy a product, whatever product you want. Do you know two people who won't say no to you? Everyone here, Mike, are there two people who won't say no to you? God, right, in life. You got two, you two, Adrian, you got two, Kundan, you got two. Every moron on the planet has two people who won't say no to you. You bring them and they sign up. Now you help them, guide them. They bring two people, they sign up. So 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32, 32 becomes 64, 64 become 128. Alright? This is an ideal scenario. Does not exist in the world, in any business. Alright? This is called exponential growth on an algorithm that was designed by a guy called Howard Stern. No, I'm just bullshitting you. I don't know. Howard Stern is a guy on. How much they can earn. Now today the network has changed because a lot of people promote 3000 BV, which is a 3. But your information, product, plan, projection. Alright? Now you do your best to get a yes on the spot. This is your goal. Your goal is not I come and see you tomorrow. Because in a span of 6 hours, that person can be polluted by the world. He could go to the casino, lose all his money he's supposed to give you. You understand or not? He could get married in the morning and then forget you exist. You understand or not? Many things can go wrong. So your goal is to strike when the iron is hot. Presentación, sign up, close the deal. That's what you want to do. Alright? Today the world has changed. Everyone is, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. You understand? However, to close the deal, at the end of your presentation comes the questions. This is worse than hemorrhoids or piles. When the person asks a question. I've seen people shivering now. You have a question? And the person says, yes. Oh my God, what is your question? Now, don't be a child, all of you. Alright? Don't be a... That was Suresh, by the way. My brother from Dubai. Finally came back to Malaysia to see his mother, useless fella. Everyone goes to Dubai, never wants to come back, David. I don't know why. You understand? Must be the weather or something else. Maybe it's love. Like Adrian. You understand? If I announce now on the broadcast, is it bad, Adrian? Adrian from the V is getting married very soon. So all congratulate him. Alright. So everyone clap. Good news. Alright. Now we have to focus on Sati. You can't be a 50-year-old guy walking around single. Those kind of people get shot. You understand or not? Alright, so you did the projection. Now you want to close the guy. What is closing? Closing is getting a decision. Yes or no. There's only 2 things in decision. Yes or no. Alright. However, if the person has questions, you answer the questions to the best of your ability. Now, contrary to popular belief, there are no 200 questions. I guarantee all of you, Africa, Middle East, Central Asia, Asia, Europe, South America, alright? If I take all your questions and compress it and get Kalai to sit down for 6 years and compress all your questions, it will not come more than 25 questions. Never. And listen to me. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've done more presentations than all of you beautiful morons. And I can summarize, there's not more than 25 questions. And the question I had once, which I have to tell you, which I couldn't answer. And until today, I'm still emotionally disturbed by this question. The guy asked me, what if there's a nuclear war? Will I still get my commission? Is the company secure? Is the computer all secure? So I look at the floor, bro, if there's a nuclear war, who are we going to pay? The computer is secure, I can guarantee you. But you won't be around, lah. No, I just wanted to know. People have asked the weirdest questions. But the basic question is this legal? Now, why they ask this question? Because the world today with the internet has painted different pictures of the business, of the industry. So, you need to equip yourself with the answers. Is QNet legal? My answer is very simple. Yes. Isn't that the logical answer? Oh, but I read many things on Google. Yes. There is good news on Google and bad news on Google. But I don't want to waste my time answering these questions, sir. But we've been around for 25 years. I presented all the facts about the company. Now you have to decide whether you want to believe 3 or 4 negative articles, all right, where we had some problems here and there. As a business, as a global business, we have a lot of problems. All right. Similarly, there are 25 articles on the internet about Uber. There's hundreds of articles about Amazon. There's thousands of articles about Tesla. You understand or not? All right. Enron was shrouded by scandal. You understand? Do you stop putting petrol in your car? Do you understand or not? All right. Apple, Microsoft was sued for millions of dollars in Europe, all over the newspaper. Do you stop using Microsoft? No. So there will be some controversy. But in a nutshell, we are a legal company, well established, been around for 25 years. And it works. Simple answer. Right? But I don't avoid the question. And I don't attack. What's the use? Don't attack. Don't give the person the pleasure of being defensive. Be factual. Be confident. Use the theory I have called feel, felt, found. I know exactly how you feel. This is what I felt when I started, and this is what I found out. All right? Throw back a question to the person. And after the person says, okay, I'm satisfied with the answer, don't straight away say, thank you, now sign up. No. Calm, aram se, relax, bonjour. You understand? Do you have any more questions? Because avoiding question even makes you look suspicious. I don't. Any more questions? No. Now I will ask him a question. Are you ready to commit? Your desperation may get the sale, but you won't get a networker. You are not here to get a sale. You are here to get a networker. You're getting somebody to buy into the philosophy, buy into entrepreneurship and start. Because you get the sale for today and you got no networkers, you don't have sustainable income. So I'm not interested in the sale. I can sell anything to anyone. All right? I'm very interested in making sure the person is satisfied and signs up. This is very important. Today in the industry of network marketing, there's something called aggressive network marketing. It's like speed dating. You understand, David? In, out, use, yeah, go on, blah, 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 blah. You can pressure anyone to sign up. All right? Anyone can give you $2,000 today without blinking an eye. You understand? What is $2,000? David Sharma socks. Do you understand now? But you get the BV, your earning is short term. Because if you bring somebody in through aggressive networking, right, you get them fast, you lose them fast. Do you understand now? Everything takes time. So give the time in your presentation. My first part of the presentation, product plan and projection, I don't take more than 12-15 minutes. But depending on the questions and how excited I am to engage the person or connect with the person, not contact with the person, is about connection. Because you never know, even if he says no, he could come back in 1 year. Don't burn the bridge. You understand that? All right? And this is presentation. Okay? Now, basic building block number 6 is called follow through. Follow through, all right, is usually applied when the person says, I want to come back tomorrow. I'll see you, give me some time. And majority of people will tell you, give me some time. I want to talk to my wife. I want to get money. I want to sort out my credit card. You understand now? And then you have a follow through. Where did the term follow through come from? The follow through come from the game of golf, which I'm a professional. All right. So when you hold a golf club and you hit the golf ball and you hit and you stop, the ball will go 3 inches. Do you understand? All right. Same. Your presentation is not the end. You need to follow through. But when you hit a golf ball, you don't even hit the ball. You follow through the ball. You hit through the ball. And when you hit, and you follow through, the ball can go for 400 yards, like mine. Mine is about 440 yards or something like that. You understand now? Okay? You know one of my students, Tiger, you know, have you heard about him? Oh, one of my students. Okay? So the follow through is very important. Now what is the follow through? The follow through you must do very fast, in 24 hours, maximum 48 hours. Don't follow through in 1 month. Remember, strike when the iron is hot. Okay? And in the follow through, be prepared. Don't be naive. In the follow through, the person is going to come either with absolute enthusiasm to sign up, or the person is going to come to politely say no. 9 out of 10 cases, they are coming to say no. Why? They went home. And humans, after they see something exciting, they'll go back and tell their spouse, their neighbor, their relatives. They have some counseling group they will talk to. You understand now? All those losers, all right, who will discourage this person. And today, because of the internet, you are screwed. Now, when I was building in the early days, there was no internet. So they didn't know we had problems in the Philippines when we were building Malaysia. They didn't know we had problems in Indonesia when you were building Malaysia. Then when we had problems in Malaysia, the guys in Indonesia didn't know. You understand now? Today, before the problems happens, it's already on the internet. You understand now? People call me and said, I heard how you got problems there. I said, where? I said, no, bro. No, I just saw read on the internet. News is fast, which means you have to be prepared. So a follow through is to get the guy say yes and get started. All right? And when you meet the person for follow through, remember, presentation, location is important. Technology has changed. Let me go back to presentation. Location is important. Last time, presentation was coffee shop. There was no Starbucks and all that. There was coffee shop. I used hotels, but I never bought coffee because I was broke. So I used great excuses like I'm fasting and I'm a Hindu, so I put ash on my forehead. The guy will believe me. All right. And say, oh my God, you're fasting. I also won't drink. Thank you. I respect, please. The guy leaves. I have to go somewhere else and drink coffee. All right. I still remember the story. I invited somebody to a Hilton hotel just across the road, PJ Hilton. Posture. The guy came. We sat down. We did presentation. It was a doctor. He walked out. He got into his Mercedes. All right. And I just waved goodbye, posturing like that. And then I went across the road, picked my motorbike with my helmet, made one round, came back to the traffic light. He was next to me. So straight away, I'm like, tan, 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 tan. You understand not? So I did everything. I have done everything. Okay. I remember I was in India. I couldn't afford to stay in the Taj, the main Taj in Mumbai. I stayed next door with Kuna in a hotel called the Strand. But every day we put on our suit, we sit down in Taj. All right. And every day we were praying and fasting. So we didn't have to buy coffee. Because in India, you say you're fasting, they won't drink in front of you. But we were posturing. Then if a very high profile prospect come, all right, you know me, I'll just tell the waiter, bro, coffee. And the guy knows me by now. But then the hotel also stopped us from doing that. They knew we were running one small scheme there by sitting in the Taj. But we did everything to get credibility. But you don't need to, because today you have Man City, you have QI Tower, you have great products. I'm not saying last time the products was not great. The products were great, but we didn't have a variety. Okay? You have so much going for us today. We have 40 offices around the world. We have so many success stories. I don't understand what's the problem. All right? So, find a location, a respectable location. I used to still invite people home. Hotel function, coffee shops, all right, dress up decent, but not wear a suit, tie, you understand? Okay, don't overdress, you will create discomfort, all right? You want to show your success, do it with class. Park your Mercedes outside, wear your Rolex or BH Meyer, doesn't matter. But don't take a stack of money and put on the table while you're doing presentation. You understand not? Like what David used to do. You understand not? Sri Lankan rupees, you put a stack there and say, come on, no, you want to sign up. You understand not? And then, all right, today technology has given you new platforms of presentation. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, all right, FaceTime. My philosophy is everything works. People have signed up people on Zoom, built a network on Zoom during COVID, and created max out kings and queens. So it's possible, Kalai, to use all these platforms and technology. Today, I can't believe I'm speaking to you guys around the world, right, with 4 cameras looking at me. Unbelievable, isn't it? I never thought this day would come, sitting with Dato Sri in 1998, David Sharma. Can you imagine? We are speaking to thousands of our downlines, all right, chilled out here in Malaysia. Unbelievable. You know what I was thinking? If we are going to do this 90-day, we should do a repeat of this. Another session. It's okay, 4 hours a day, people can give it. Maybe twice a year we can do it, Kalai. We figure something out, okay? If the feedback is good. So follow through, all right? Be equipped with all the answers, all right? Process the purchase if the person says yes. If the person says no, take their photo. Remember, when you buy your BMW, Mercedes, Ferrari, go to the house and pam, pam. You understand now? Pam, pam. Okay? All right? Process the payment. Be very clear what you are processing. Whether you're using credit card, whether you're using e-cards, whether you're using Bitcoin, all right, or USDT. Oh, no Bitcoin, USDT, right? Okay? You can. But don't charge another $100. Don't charge another $200. Don't charge another $300 without explaining. If you're also giving the VCon ticket, explain to the person what they're paying for. So they don't go back and look at the receipt and think they were cheated. Your goal is not to get people to feel that they were cheated. You want them to feel that they bought a great product, they joined a great company, and they have a great future. All right, by making people feel they get cheated, they're going to ask for a refund, you're going to spoil your reputation, you're going to impact the company. Why is there a need to oversell, to overpromise? All right, our product, our company is great enough to convince people. Are you guys with me or not? Have that confidence and belief in yourself, and you will sign up people. So follow through is important. And immediately after you follow through, all right, feel, felt, found, facts, information, address each question, everything, all right, the person goes through the program of the 8 basic building blocks. Do you understand? And then the whole cycle starts back again. Now, do not push of building a business. All right? It's like your children. If you have children and you want them to follow you, you just relax. All right? You have seen parents who do this. Come. All right? How long can you do this? You end up hurting the child. All right? The child may follow you, but the child will detest you. You understand? The best way to get a child to walk next to you is hold the hand and the child walk next to you. The child wants to walk fast, you walk fast. The child wants to slow down and look at the sky, you stop and look at the sky until the child is ready to run. You don't drag, you don't force. It's not sustainable. The mistake people make is they force too soon. They don't have trespass. All right? After they sign up, okay, straight away now, bring money from your father and mother. Don't do it that way. It's not sustainable. It's not duplication. You cannot run a global network like that. You take your time. When I mean time, not 7 months. 48 hours to prepare the person for the journey is too much. David Sharma, no, it's not. All right? You still have so much more information to give Giri to raise his confidence before he goes to the hot zone. Are you guys with me? And don't throw him the hot zone. Bring the hot zone. Explain. This is what I'm telling you guys. I built the network. Thanks, Abu. All right? AVP Giri, one of our most unbelievable networkers. Last 25 years, every networker or every network that spiked too fast cannot sustain. Now, I'm not asking you to be slow like a snail and nobody buys a Ferrari. I'm telling grow like this and keep growing and never stop. Don't grow like this, all right, and then collapse just because there's a newspaper article. You want a sustainable business. Dato Sri and Japa built this business for 25 years. We want Africa to grow for the next 100 years, David Sharma and Adli. All right? We want India to grow even bigger than it is right now. We want to proudly go back to Central Asia and raise the flag of rhythm high, David Sharma. You understand now? Network marketing is not short-term gain. It's long-term financial freedom. It's not immediate gratification. It's delayed gratification. Time will reward you beautifully. Not forever. Time also, you need some speed. So, when you take the person through follow through, you start the person. Today I realize, not when I did my first 8 basic building blocks. Today I realize that I shared with you earlier, if you are the best version of yourself, you will succeed. So when you get, there'll be a time in your life where you get a lot of yes, And there's a time in your life you get a lot of no. And you think it's the market, it's Google, it's the product. No, it's you. When you got all the yes, Giri, you were the best version of Giri. Your excitement, your passion, your belief, your dream, everything was just perfect, Giri. How can somebody say no to that energy? All right? Because the art of networking is about your aura, your energy, what you carry. And that applies to presentation and follow through. Okay? So remember, feel, felt, found. All right? Don't attack. Let the person say, this is a scam. I don't want to sign up. I said, I know exactly how you feel. Let me tell you, all right, what I felt when I saw the presentation. But let me tell you what I found out. No, you're trying to cheat me. Sir, madam, I'm not here to cheat you. I gave you information. The decision is yours. Do you understand now? Today, the prospects also are a bit aggressive. What to do? You either be a coward or a warrior. And all of this, Giri, how much rejection you can take, how good your presentation is, how good your follow through is. Practice makes perfect. Today, David Sharma, can you handle any objection? Dave, can you handle any objection? But in the beginning, Kala, you didn't know how to handle objection. So practice makes you better. But most importantly, if the dream is big enough, your prospect will know. If your dream is big enough, your prospect will know. Okay? So that's basic building block number 6. Number 7, these are the step sister. The step brother and the step sister of the 8 basic blocks. You all are big time scams. I've seen your 8 basic building blocks. Dream like me now. Dream 1 hour. Alright? Everything 1 hour. And then these two, they can finish in 2 minutes, Adrian. Kalai's one is 30 seconds, 30 seconds. I am telling you, you should spend 30 seconds on dream nowadays and spend 1 hour on these 2 blocks. Number 7 is counsel. Upline. Why is this important? Let me tell you the simplest story my mentor Dato Sri Vijay told me. Alright, so you can understand. Dark, Adrian. First time you are riding your motorbike on a road, pitch black. Alright, you have to cross that road, Adrian. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Your girlfriend is waiting, your fiance is waiting on the other side. You understand? She's waiting. And the road is about and that fellow is whistling and going, and then you stop him. Uncle, you're not scared? Young Adrian, I go on this road. I've been on this road 100 times. Right? Or 1,000 times. Okay, now Adrian, would you tell him, okay, thank you, buzz off. Or can you tell me, uncle, how the road is? What would you say, Adrian? Tell me, uncle, how the road is. Where should I slow down? What should I avoid? Where's the snake? Where's the cobra? Where's the dinosaur? Where's the hole? You understand no? This is what an upline is. The simple fact of the upline, Adrian, he's either 10 meters ahead of you, all right, or 1 kilometer ahead of you. But no matter what, an upline is somebody maybe even 1 meter ahead of you. You understand not? So if anyone is ahead of you on this journey in the area of time and knowledge, counsel them. Because even if the upline is 2 days before you, they have already something called experience. And experience is a valuable teacher. You understand? So my upline is Dato Sri Vijay. Alright? And when I signed up, he was not 10,000 kilometers ahead of me, Nogiri. He was just ahead of me a little bit. You understand not? In the sense, the duration of time. But I just went to him and tell me, teach me. You know more about this journey than me. Teach me. Counsel upline. Alright? Now I take this very seriously. Alright? The first rule of counseling upline is find a working upline. That means the person who referred you may not be your upline. Because that person would have quit, or that person is not interested, whatever. You need to find a working upline. You understand, Kunan? You need to find a working upline. Because only a working upline is on the road lah. Don't find the guy sitting on the side of the road, no, who hasn't done anything, who hasn't been on the road, and say, you are here before me, right? But he hasn't started the journey, Adrian. He hasn't been on the journey enough. So find a working upline. Alright? Now this is not written in stone. This is not marriage check, alright? Don't panic. Alright? If you find a working upline and that person turns out to be a complete moron, you can change your working upline. You understand? That's how Kalai found me. You understand? She changed many working uplines and finally came to me, Giri. You understand now? Alright? So find a working upline and you don't have to worship your working upline, Giri. There's a confusion. You don't have to put flowers on your working upline's feet every day. Your working upline is a practical business relationship. Alright? But counsel the upline. At every stage of your journey, counsel your working upline. Dato Sri was my working upline, is my working upline. I counsel him on everything. Now, don't use my relationship with Dato Sri as a benchmark. I counsel him before I go to the bathroom. That's how serious I take my relationship with him. Before I buy a house, before I buy a car, before you quit your job, before I got married, I counseled him. The first, some depends. Alright, okay, he may disagree. Alright, but I counsel him every single time today. Now, it's not to show that I am weaker, Giri, that I need to hold Anna's hand to move in life. It's actually wisdom. Why reinvent the wheel? Why create the whole thing again? Just find somebody more successful than you. Find somebody who has done it. Find somebody you respect to a certain extent. Alright, if you have a great relationship, you're working upline even better. And shut up, listen and do. Counsel, check, double check, seek. And this must be done consistently. A lot of people call me their working upline. David Sharma, you know this? A lot of people. Kunan, you know, they all come in, oh, Chief, you're my working upline, okay? But they see me like Deepavali, once a year. You understand now? Once a year they come and say, Chief, I need advice. The last 11 months I haven't seen you. Now accumulate all the problems and you give me advice. My answer is very simple, you're a moron. Counseling upline is an ongoing relationship. I speak to Dato Sri. Worst case scenario, David Sharma, once a day. A normal day, 5 times a day. Do you understand? And today I am chief, David Sharma. I'm your upline, I represent the founders. I still counsel my upline. Because I have understood that on this journey, no matter how big your check is, no matter how successful you think you are, no matter how many people throw flowers on you, alright, there's so much to learn. Because this business is not about 3,000 BV, 3,000 BV. This business is about people, relationships, alright, managing people, managing expectation, quelling the ego, establishing trespass. You understand? There's so much to learn. Counsel your upline. You're stuck, counsel your upline. You're not earning a check, counsel your upline. Your presentation sucks, counsel your upline. You understand? You're losing relationship, counsel your upline. Downline stop listening to you, counsel your upline. Counsel, 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 counsel. You understand? And if your upline has no value proposition, find a new one. But don't do it disrespectfully. Go to the person and say, sorry, not working out. I found chief. That's what Kalai told upline. You understand not? That's all you have to do. You understand not? So, simple fact, alright? Find a working upline. Are you guys with me or not? And stay in the zone of the working upline. Don't treat them like an ATM card, ATM machine. You understand? Only when you want money, you go and put your card. You understand not? Alright? This is a long-lasting relationship, and your working upline plays a very big role in your success. Let me say this, and I'm not saying this to patronize Dato Sri. I will not be who I am today. Financially, as a leader, as your upline, as a husband, as a brother, as a father, I will not be the man I am today if not for the guidance, the wisdom, the love, the hammering, the pushing, the unreasonableness of my working upline, Dato Sri Vijayeshwar. Alright? And all I have to do is go to him and counsel. That's all you have to do to succeed, David. If you find a working upline, seek. The day you stop seeking, you will stop growing. Do you understand? So counsel your upline on everything, okay? The final basic building blocks, number 8, alright, is teach and duplicate. That means the purpose of network marketing is not for your glory. Alright? The only way you can make money is to help other people make money. The only way you can succeed in network marketing is to make sure your downlines have equal or more knowledge than you. More knowledge, even better, Kalai. You understand not? Alright? The purpose of network marketing is take everything you know, give it to your downlines, duplicate, 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 create better clones than you. Alright? Which doesn't exist in traditional business, doesn't exist in any other business. In any other business, Giri, you don't want your next door shop to be more successful than you. You don't want people in the same industry to be more successful than you. In network marketing, you want your left and right to max out. If the person on your left maxes out, Kalai, the person on your right max out, you guarantee max out. You want to earn 500, Kunan, get the person on your left to earn 250, the person on your right to earn 250, you earn 500. It is the most beautiful, powerful concept that rewards duplication, rewards teaching, rewards empowerment, rewards everything that the world does not reward. Network marketing rewards. In the world, you keep your secrets. In network marketing, share your secrets of success. The more you share your secrets of success, the more you teach, the more you empower, the more you uplift, the more you train, the more you push, the more successful you become. This is the only business in the world where your wealth, your success is completely dependent on how many people you help succeed. So I told you in the early days, Dato Sri Vijay was focused on Pathman, not on the complan, not on the anything. He was only focused on Pathman. Raise Pathman, raise your left, Kalai, raise your right, raise your leaders. If you raise your leaders, your checks will grow. The more leaders you raise, the more networkers you empower, the more knowledge you impart, your checks will grow. So somebody said, how do I max out? Very simple. You want to max out? Help X number of people earn 250 a week. Help X number of people earn 500 a week. Help X number of people earn 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, and you automatically max out. There's no other secret. So teaching, guiding, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't have trainings on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Saturday only no training. Because networkers fall into this trap that when they see teach and duplicate, they think they must become this guy. What's his name? Anthony Robbins. You're not supposed to be Anthony Robbins. Alright? I did training once a week. Enough. The only training I did once a week consistently was 8 basic building blocks. Once a month, we did leadership training. Once in 3 months, we did leadership camp. Enough. Don't overtrain your network. Then they think this business is about training, not presentation. Alright? Don't try to make money from training. It is not sustainable. Do you understand? Make money from your checks. The only financial freedom in network marketing is from your tracking center commission. Don't overteach. Don't underteach. What I'm teaching you right now is more than enough for the beginning, 8 basic building blocks, and duplicate. Duplicate what? Duplicate your attitude. Duplicate your energy. Duplicate your warriorship. Monkey see, monkey do. That's what duplicate is. The fundamental mantra of network marketing. Dato Sri shared it on stage. If you summarize network marketing, it is about monkey see, monkey do. That's why I tell people, it's not what you say. It is not anything. It's who you are and what you do. The greatest teacher, I have kids today, Giri, they're young. You can tell them whatever you want. But if they see you do something, they will do it. Because they think it's okay. Papa did it, I can do it. So in network marketing, if you don't do presentation, you cannot duplicate the culture of presentation. If you don't do TAT, you cannot duplicate the value of TAT. If you don't have integrity, you cannot duplicate integrity. You cannot duplicate what you don't have. Alright? So what Dato Sri is duplicated in me is what he has. Not what he read in the book, not what he referred in the internet. It's who he is that I learned the greatest lessons from. So that's why I tell people, to be a real networker, to be a real leader, you must follow the value system of the company, follow the value system of the founders, practice what you preach, walk the talk, focus on success, alright? Focus on achieving success, and that may take time, but show people your determination to achieve success. In your work ethic, in your consistency, everything is duplication. So somebody always joke, I asked Dato a long time ago, I said, when can I retire? Right? Because you know, Giri, I want to retire and stay home with my life partner and my kids and my lizard and my fishes and my dogs. Alright? He said, bring me 1,000 Pathmans. Retire. Are you guys with me? Because if you duplicate effectively, it is the fastest way to financial freedom. Everything else doesn't matter. So teach and duplicate. You are not a trainer, you are always a networker. Alright? A training is just the means to achieve success. Duplicate, just be the best version of yourself. If you can sustain the best version of yourself in 2024, I promise you your checks will grow. Alright? So guys, that was the 8 basic building blocks. I haven't done it in a long time. I did it in 2.5 hours. Alright? Please give your feedback to your uplines whether this version of the 8 basic building blocks is effective. And the reason why I want to do the 8 basic building blocks is actually not for the beginners. Because the beginners who just signed up and recently joined, you have seen the 8 basic building blocks. The purpose of me doing the 8 basic building blocks is a strong reminder to people in this room and to everyone watching around the world that ultimately, if you are consistently following this, having your dream list, alright, make your dream list bigger. Make your dreams bigger every day. Alright, never stop dreaming. Make your fish tank bigger, like Dave Advani will say. Alright, if you had all the time, all the money, how big would you dream? If you knew you couldn't fail, how big will you dream? And one day, I promise you, on this journey, you will find a dream that you're willing to die for. I'll never stop you. And I'm sorry, this is a subjective, emotional topic, but without this, there's no success. We are here after 25 years because Japa and Dato are not only the greatest networkers, they were also dreamers. Alright? Commitment. Commitment, commitment, commitment. Move QNet up on your priority list. Give the time, give the focus, but consistently. Alright? Switch on, off. You very hard to get back on again. If I look at all the successful people who have sustained very good income for a long time, they had one similar characteristic. They were consistent. They never switched off. The commitment you must give is like a business owner. This is not something you do for fun. This could break the chain of poverty, change the destiny of your family. All right, the list. Write it down. Fold the piece of paper of your dream list, keep it in your wallet. All right, until it turns brown of age. This is your greatest memory. Your list of names, 150 names. Or not go to the tallest building in your city and play the song, I Believe I Can Fly. All right, hot zone, warm zone, cold zone. If you found the gold bars, who are you going to call? All right, bring them, but show them the business. Explain to them. Even your mother-in-law should be an active downline. That's your goal. Don't sign up people for the sake of it. Try to get everyone switched on. Okay? All right? Inviting and prospecting. The purpose is to get them to the table, not to do the presentation during the invitation. Zoom, it's easier. You invite, you can present. All right? Okay? Less is more, more is less. Don't lie. Posture. All right? I gave you some tips. I still use this, by the way, until today. It works for me. Okay? Presentation is to give information, product, plan, projection. All right? And give as much information, but not too much. Don't talk about rank advancement or later. All right? You want to talk about how much money they can make? You can talk about the maximum income, but why? This is the first time the person is seeing the business. But today, I think you need to give more information about the product, the credibility of the company, the stability, the industry. All right? This is a very respectable industry today. A lot of professionals are leaving their professions and becoming full-time networkers. Every other, scheme died off. Where's crypto today? Everyone is broke. Nothing has sustained longer than network marketing, and nothing will sustain longer than network marketing. There is nowhere in the world that you could own your own business and become financially free by buying products for $800, $2,000, $3,000. Think about it. Where? You can't even open a chai shop, a tea shop for $3,000 anywhere in the world. But here you get products and access to a system that has a proven track record of 25 years. All right? And they handle all your headaches. All you have to do is talk to people, talk to people, talk to people. And remember, the most important activity is this. I'll talk about it tomorrow. All right? Follow through. Don't have expectation. Go in with confidence. Do your best. Some will, some won't. So what? Equip yourself to handle objections, but don't get emotional about it. You're wasting your time. You understand or not? Not to say you convince the guy is going to be the next Arun George or Sati or David. You understand or not? All right? You may convince him with so much emotion and he quits tomorrow. Why? Don't get emotional. They're not attacking you. They're not attacking the company. They're just expressing themselves, their insecurity, their mental programming, 40 years of their schooling and government. You understand? No? So it's okay. Some will, some won't, so what? But be equipped to answer with confidence. All right? Your goal is to close the person to say yes. All right? Okay? Counsel your upline. This is the key to my success. I will never say I'm the greatest networker. I will never say I'm the most knowledgeable networker. But I'm a very good downline. Do you understand? I'm a very good downline. I'm a very good student. All right? I empty my cup. I have stayed in Dato Sri Vijay's zone for 20 over years. More intense the last 10 years than ever before. And that has contributed to my growth to be an effective upline to all of you. So the rule is counsel your upline. Don't know something, counsel. Know also counsel. Just stay in that zone. All right? Counsel your upline. And finally, teach and duplicate. Because this business is not about you. Right? You can be the greatest of the greatest of the greatest. You cannot make money. Create people who are greater than you, and you will max out for the rest of your life, for many generations to come. So I love you guys. This is Rise Again. This is your chief. I will see you tomorrow. We got other speakers, but I'll speak to you tomorrow night. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. It's 4 hours. I hope it brought back a lot of knowledge. It set the tone, everything. I love you guys. I'll see you on day 2 of Rise Again. And please help me welcome the one and only Kalai, all right, to say good night to all of you guys. I love 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 you guys. How's it?
Thank you so much. And I think for the new ones, it was such a lucky day today to hear it from the man himself. And for those who have been in the business, I think it was such a good refresher, and also to recap and also to fine tune the 8 basic building block. And homework, block number 3, 150 names. So please look into that. Look into it, and if you don't have a lease, make sure you do that. Clean up your lease and come back tomorrow with the lease, because what Chief is going to do tomorrow, you will need the lease. We have more V partners joining us tomorrow, and it's going to be an exciting day. And I'm going to be here at exactly 10 p.m. Hong Kong Standard Time. When we open the screen tomorrow and we go live, we will actually open earlier, 30 minutes earlier, so you can connect earlier and get your people ready. But we will go live 10 p.m. Hong Kong Standard Time. So thank you for connecting today, wherever you are. Happy New Year again. Once again, 2024 is the year we rise again. So thank you. Good night. See you tomorrow, same time.